Hello and welcome back to Vostok's Chance, the Garblad Games Scion game. We'll go around the table in a moment and introduce ourselves, but before we do, a few words. Please don't forget to look us up on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I'm forgetting something. Redbubble, Discord. Yep, there's lots of discussions going on Discord at the moment about drawing maps.
Past Dave.
Underneath Dave, there may be some links. There is also a vote going on the Patreon at the moment for the
maps and stuff.
$1 Patreon subscribers as to which map they get out of the Smuggler's Hideout and the Abandoned Tavern.
Or was it? Was there another one? I think there's another one.
No.
There's a toll keep.
Okay, let me double check.
I think, the toll keep is Pete's currently working on that.
Smuggler's Hideout or Mountain Toll Keep? The Abandoned Tavern is the older one.
Well, in which case, you've only got this one to vote for. I win!
Well done.
They are complete adventures, adventure
They're adventure
things.
Locations. They've got lots of sort of
Suggestions.
cues and suggested
We've been
links.
here in Flint and Steel.
Yep, apparently they've been there in Flint and Steel. There are also lots of other things to see on the YouTube channel and on the podcast.
Have you done this before?
We currently have Flint and Steel, and there was going to be a Star Trek game starting. It will start.
Adam wasn't very well.
Unfortunately, the GM was not well, so it's been delayed, and Pete has instead recorded a Let's Draw video with him working on the Toll Keep map. So you get to see some of that in development. I'm not sure there's anything else, so...
Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment.
That too. Oh yes, there is one more thing
And
I
sharing.
wanted to say.
We like
Actually,
sharing.
just as another shout out, I will send Pete a link in a bit. But I found the fantasy name generator has been very useful so far for fans. It has probably around 100 different categories of real world names.
Ooh.
Plus lots and lots of categories of fantasy names, and it's got pop culture sections so you can name your How to Train Your Dragons and various other things.
Okay, guys, new game.
That would actually be a great RPG.
Yeah, it would.
You need 2 character sheets, one for you, one for your dragon.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
totally.
that'd be the best thing ever.
That would actually be really cool.
Yeah, it would.
Isn't that just playing a hunter
Someone
in
make it.
D&D?
Anyway. Yes, so lots of cool stuff on there, and I've been using it extensively for basically everyone all the NPCs apart from Vostok have been named off that. So, okay, right, so now we will go around and do introductions. So, I am Colin, and I am the storyteller for this game.
Hi, I'm John, and I'm playing Maria, who is a scion of XP Totek.
I'm Dan, and I am Edward Percival, and I'm playing the Scion of Odin.
I'm Sam, I'll be playing Lisa. She is a scion of Nazar, and she's going to be awesome.
Hi, I'm Roger. I'm playing Ricky, and I am a scion of Tsukiyomi, the Japanese moon god.
Hi, I'm Dave, and I'm playing Herman, scion of
He's
Balder.
the best.
the best character.
So nice.
I just love the fact that all of your character names begin with H. Every last one.
I was wondering how long it was going to take to notice.
I noticed on the
Hugo
second
was
one.
awesome.
Hugo was awesome. I noticed on the second one, but it isn't until we get to 3 that it's really a trend. It's really obviously a rule. Okay. So,
He's got lots of mugs and stuff with H on them. So just
Oh, his name's Dave.
yeah, I don't know.
Or is it?
I don't know.
Cool.
so
Sorry,
yes.
Dave.
So yes, right. So when we left the party last,
There were only
Edward-
4 of us.
Yes, there were only 4 of you. Edward and Lisa were off in town at the
Oh, we
gym,
went to the gym. It was great.
trying not
Yeah.
to be too competitive,
He
despite
trusted me
both
to
being
drive.
really competitive.
That's the way to do it.
And Maria and Herman were off walking
Off a hangover.
well, in Maria's case, walking off a I mean, Maria's case.
The other way around.
Okay. And Ricky. Nakatama.
Nakatomi.
Say that in an Australian accent.
Nakatomi.
Ah, he's been practicing.
Yeah, we don't realise before he
Had
came
not
down. He's
yet
had
arrived.
two hours of straight Ricky Nakatomi. Ricky Nakatomi.
Should have heard me at work today.
Oh, God. Lunch was amusing.
Okay. Yes. So. Yes. Mr. Nakatomi had not yet arrived. So, I'm going to start with Roger.
You alright?
So the rest of you had been told that you would be being briefed for your first exercise, which would not be a full challenge, but essentially as a pre-screening
It's a test the
tryout.
water kind of, yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Make sure you're not just
Tryouts.
completely useless.
Yep.
Um,
Well,
anyway.
Look at me when you said that. Bloody hell. Quick to eyes.
I'm not enjoying my seating position tonight.
You are on a plane.
What?
You're coming into a New England town.
Looking out the window.
Okay. Yeah, it's
Look at all the green.
sort of mid-afternoon, May afternoon, so fairly warm.
Probably
The
fairly
person
pleasant.
next to me is probably now ignoring me because I was talking to them. Or trying.
Oh, those people.
I was one of them.
Okay. When the plane comes into land, you find that it's a tiny little airport. I'm not entirely sure what your character's used to, but this is kind of
Yeah, he lives in a city.
a building, an airstrip, a set of stairs gets wheeled up to the aeroplane.
Okay.
For you to climb down.
Yeah. Go straight off plane and like,
And you're sort of probably shuttled towards the sort of one of those sort of slightly oversized golf carts, the kind of things they sometimes have.
awesome.
Shuttle the passengers,
Quickly get to one so I could sit at the front.
shuttle the passengers back to the terminal, such as it is, and you will see a relatively young lady of Indian descent who is clearly waiting for you because she's got a sign saying Nakatomi.
All right, yeah, I'll make sure I've got my bags and kind of walk up.
Good
Hi.
afternoon, Mr. Nakatomi.
Yeah, that's me.
I'm Chitrita.
Oh, nice to meet you. I'll offer my hand.
She shakes your hand. Sorry about the mix-up with your flights. Well, the others are already here. They're going to be meeting up. We've got we need to get your the paperwork, contracts, and so forth signed off for you,
Yeah, no worries.
and then we've got a pre-screening exercise for the whole team this
All
evening.
right. Any chance to get a beer? I could murder one after that.
I'm sure we can find you something when we're back.
Great.
And she leads you out to this quite reasonably substantial black sort of SUV, tinted windows. You know the style.
Yeah.
And just opens the boot for you.
Yeah, I'll chuck my stuff in and then hop in the front.
Yep.
Probably not what they're expecting, but
I'm presuming hopping in the passenger seat.
yeah.
Not the driver's seat.
No, in the
just-
driver's seat.
just hijacking her.
Okay. Yep. She gets in. She gets in the front. It's just the two of you.
Is this place far?
It's about 15 minutes, not too far.
Oh, nice and close then.
So, how's your flight?
Well, apart from the day, it wasn't too bad. The guy next to me wasn't too talkative though.
Well, sometimes people aren't. So I'm going to be your team's liaison. Kind of whatever you need, help you get settled in, make sure you've got everything you need, make sure you know who you need to talk to for anything. Is there anything you'd like to ask me about?
Is everyone else here or?
Yes.
Anyone else have problems?
No, they all
Many
came in.
problems.
They all came in earlier.
Don't
They've
comment.
been spending a little time getting to know each other, getting to know the area a little bit. Which is-
Well, shame I'm a bit late, but I'm sure I can catch up.
Yes, I dare say you'll have plenty of time to get to know the rest of them this evening.
Right, great. Well, so wherever we're going, in a beer, I think.
Very well. Yeah. Okay. So she drives you back to this large. It's a really from the outside. It's a really nondescript concrete block of a building.
I think you boys need to work on your architecture.
She just smiles a little at that. Drives inside. She goes down into a basement car park. There's a few other cars, and she then leads you out to to a lift. Do you want to go up to your rooms first? And
Yeah, I'll drop my gear off.
okay, she presses. They're by the lift. 4 floors plus the parking.
Right.
She goes to the first, sort of, what we'd call the first floor, and the door opens on what looks to be a very well appointed hotel corridor.
I'll raise an eyebrow.
And she leads you a little way down the corridor. She'll gesture to some of the rooms. You'll pass a few rooms. She'll say your colleagues will be staying in some of these rooms. This one is for you.
Oh, great.
She
Jeez.
opens the door inside. So she'll point out, there's the keys inside and obvious sort of things. It's a very nicely well appointed place. Fairly, classically decorated, so fancy 1950s ish.
Like The Shining.
I'm literally just going to sling my bag on the bed. Without care, I'm literally just going to be like, right,
Okay.
where are the others?
They're out at the moment. I believe 2 of them went for a walk and 2 of them went into town.
Oh, all right then. Just grab something from my bag and is there a bar?
We can get you something to drink. If we go and get your paperwork signed off, and then we can.
That was the first thing I asked as well.
Where's the bar? Got a team of alcoholics.
Woohoo! Only a pair of them. Who knows? This one might actually eat as well as just drink.
She ordered ice cubes.
That's counts as food. It's solid.
So's the
Yeah.
glass.
That requires a demigod level.
All right then.
Anyway,
Let's go do that then.
okay. So, yep, she'll lead you away down to the ground floor, which, again, basically the inside of this place. So the outside, it looked like this nondescript concrete block. From the inside, it's it's done up like
Swanky hotel.
very exclusive hotels. Quite small, compact, but very nicely decorated, very expensively decorated, or very cleverly.
Probably thinking
Done
it's
to
all a
make it
bit
look
garish, but
expensive.
I'm just going to, keep that to myself.
Yeah, possibly. It's in terms of sort of how it's done. It's not. It's tasteful, stylish. It's. I have money and don't need to show off, rather than
But I
hey,
am
look at all my
anyway.
look at all my fancy.
Okay.
Yeah, there is a certain amount of it is showing off, but it is the understated end of top end,
Okay.
very fancy hotels. If you see where I'm
Trying to show off without trying to show off.
exactly.
Well,
Exactly,
don't
and not
need
doing
staying
too bad
homes
a
in
job
Oz.
of it, but yes, it's still
Well,
still definitely not a
right. Let's go get the boring bit over with.
okay. And yes, she'll lead you into a side room where it's a bit kind of like a sort of conference room, meeting room kind of thing. There's a large screen, table with chairs around it, and there is some paperwork on the table. She goes through it, passes you a pen, passes you 2, 3. I can't remember how many I said last time.
I think it was 2.
Some.
It was 2.
It was 2
Right.
big contracts, wasn't it?
Two big chunks of contracts.
Can I read them?
You can
I'm
read
quite
them.
good with that sort of thing.
You can read them.
What
One.
reading?
You're good at reading.
Congratulations!
Contracts and everything. I've literally just signed a load, so.
Yes. So one is concerning sort of medical injury cover, that kind of thing. So essentially, they will.
A really big
Basically,
waiver.
I'm looking for anything
It's basically.
abnormal in there.
It's a big waiver of you are getting into something that is quite physical and potentially dangerous, and they're not going to get blamed if you get hurt.
Okay.
But
If I get hurt, they'll pay for it.
exactly.
All right.
The other one is to do with the filming, which is essentially going through in some considerable legal detail. But it amounts to, they'll tell you when they start filming and when they stop filming. In between those times, there will be cameras around, and they get to use the footage. Basically, they own the footage, the usual kind of stuff. And there is like a basic, unless you're on the bog, kind of.
Okay then.
There is a specific kind of you're not. They're not going to use footage of you.
I see.
But are you going through it properly in
Yes.
detail? Okay. Can you make me an intelligence academics roll?
Excellent. His first roll of the game.
Probably no.
Oh, matching dice.
I don't know. What do I need?
So it's 7s for everything in this. That's
These are
how
my
side
dice
works.
from my last
And the
time.
ones
Very lucky.
cancelled?
Ones do not cancel. 10s count double.
Oh, okay. Intelligence, in which case I get 4.
Okay, not too bad.
Not too bad at all.
Your epics only apply if you have at least 1 rank in the skill, which
Which I
I'm
do.
sure you do in this case. So there isn't any particular penalty for making unskilled rolls, except you have a smaller dice pool and you don't get to apply your epics, which at higher levels is crippling.
But we don't have to worry about that.
But not so much right now. Okay, so yeah, 4 successes. You get you're looking through this. From what you know of American law and sort of contract law and stuff, you don't know sort of all the details, but
I have read up on it recently.
the law around these particular bits, this particular kind of
Yeah.
thing, is not so much the stuff you've been reading. You're not sure quite how well the injury one would stand up in courts if anything went too badly
All right,
wrong.
okay.
Essentially, they might not be able to actually.
So basically, if the court didn't think what they were doing was reasonable in the first place, okay.
Yeah, pretty much. The other one, you'll spot the clause about. Basically, it says essentially that toilets are off bounds, but you will spot the clause of unless you make them inbound. So if by your actions you make them part of what's going on,
Same as Big Brother.
if you drag someone into the toilets to interrogate them, they still get to use that footage.
Okay.
Or you're drinking from the toilet or something. I know, that's the first thing that popped in my head.
I told you she was weird.
Okay. All right. Yeah. If there's nothing particularly,
There's
out of the
nothing
ordinary, then I'll just-
particularly unusual or anything.
All right,
in the
yeah,
contract.
I'll sign him.
I mean, the whole contract setup is relatively unusual
Yeah,
due
yeah.
to the nature of the thing, but it's not.
Yeah, I expected that.
You don't think it's not a.
All right. Yeah,
we own your
I'll-
first. By P.S. We own your firstborn child.
Yeah.
Good luck with
All right, I'll sign it.
Take him.
We might watch this one day.
Yeah, I was going to say, if my wife is watching this, I didn't mean it.
Quickly add the
Or
firstborn
did he?
child clause. No, I'll sign it.
Okay.
Stealthy.
Just getting another drink.
All right, I think that makes it time for a tinny.
Okay, yes,
You
sure.
said tinny, right?
Did
He
you
did
say
say
tinny?
Tinny.
Oh.
Given the amount of times he said beer and the strong Australian accent, she is going to assume that what he's asking for is a beer.
Doesn't she speak English?
American.
Oh, that's so wrong.
Anyway, yes, she'll ask you sort of what you'd like, what kind of beer you'd like, and
Something strong. Not like super strength, but, something with a bit of kick to it.
okay. She will. So she'll head into there's a dining area that's sort of got
Alright, I'm
a
assuming
three or
I'm
four
just following
tables. Yeah.
Alright.
And then she'll head into a staff area, kitchens. Come back with
A beer.
a beer,
Yeah.
a bottle.
Nondescript.
Yeah, that's fine. Is it? I'm
Bottle,
assuming it's a
glass.
screw top.
Hmm?
As in, like,
The American
American
screw
style
tops.
like screw tops.
Oh, no, okay. I didn't know that. Okay, fine, sure.
Alright. I needed that.
Would you like anything to eat?
Murderous steak, if you've got one.
We can do that. And she'll head back out again. And come back in.
Right, I'm
Not
just gonna
immediately with the
basically,
steak, but
Sit down at a random table.
yeah, she'll ask if you want to, if you'd like her to, if you'd like to talk to her anymore, or she can lead you to your thoughts.
Now I'll just wait for the others. Is there any sports on? Are there TVs in this place?
Not in the dining area, but
Is there like a lounge or something?
yes, if you want to come with me.
I'll follow. And then I'll try and find some sports on TV that I recognise.
You recognise me in the optimum word.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. No. Don't you guys play rugby? Where's the cricket?
Yeah, that's fair enough.
That's probably reasonably accurate. You might be able to get some soccer.
Or soccer?
What year is it? 1998.
Yeah.
And what month is it?
May.
Could be the World Cup.
Yeah, it's coming up to
Oh God.
You could be watching the World Cup.
Yeah,
Can't remember if Australia were in or not.
1998 World Cup.
Yeah, France versus Brazil was the final.
I don't think Australia were in it. So
No, they weren't, but England were.
They were.
Whoever's playing against England.
I
okay.
can see where this
Basically,
is going.
Okay, cool. Yes, so yeah, you can watch that. She'll
Memories.
Yeah.
okay. She'll get a young lad to come and help. Bring some furniture in so you can watch TV and have your steak.
Yeah. That's what I'm doing.
She'll introduce
Beer,
him.
steak, and TV.
She'll introduce him as Kanuna, Kanuna South. He's looks about 18, Native American lad. Seems quite.
Nice to meet you, lad. You want to grab a pew?
He kind of glances to Chitrita and she shrugs. Okay. Yeah.
Get yourself
What do we
a beer if you want.
I'm not old enough to drink.
Oh, right. You guys are strange. Sure, you can have a soda or something.
I feel like there's almost a fatherly bond all of a sudden going on. Here you go, lad. I'm going to teach you about
Yeah,
sport.
you're not actually more than a year or two older than him. In fact, you probably shouldn't be giving him a drink.
No, I'm
Thinking
about 22.
You're about
23.
20. Okay, fine. Yes, you are old enough to drink. Good. We haven't just gone through the whole thing with yeah, sure. We totally know how old you're.
Yeah, no, he just didn't consider the age 21 thing because that's not the law in Australia.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. So yes. You are. Yeah.
I'm basically just going to sit there, feet up, steak, beer.
Sorry?
Does your hat have corks on it?
He's
Not
not
wearing
wearing
a
a hat.
Okay. Time will pass. Kanuna is a little bit nervous in as he's sitting there.
I'll probably be kind of explaining what's happening, 'cause I'm assuming he's got no idea.
This is the offside rule.
He's got no idea.
And we're cheering on those boys, because they're playing the Poms.
Terrible.
And then explain to him what Poms are.
Yeah, he's probably not too averse to the idea of
In Australian slang.
of supporting whoever's playing against England.
Why do all the colonies hate us?
It's because we're dicks.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Hello, universe. We understand. We don't apologise, but we
We
understand.
know what we did.
Right. So, time passes. You can watch some things. After a little while,
Yeah, I'm not drinking to excess, just like a couple of beers.
That's where you're going wrong.
after a little while, Tritrita
Scotch.
comes back in and
Scotch.
calls Kanuno out to come and help with setting some things up. And
When
yes,
do you
some
want to
stage-
get back by?
you
6.
got this.
Yeah.
So 6 was when the briefing was. You, I think, were aiming
Okay,
to get
we
back
were
a
aiming
little
for
bit.
earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think in our initial discussion.
Best behaviour. Yeah,
Yeah.
best behaviour.
When were you two aiming to get back?
We only went for a walk, so it wouldn't be that long.
Unless
Unless you spent time explaining all the plants that we'd seen.
Well, I was thinking
You'll see in the corner of the garden.
Point thing.
Do you want me to just point?
Point diagonally.
Yes, that. This is someone who hikes through Finland's wilderness for fun. You
So
might be out
you've
there
gone-
or two.
So you've gone for a walk, like 20 minutes, and he's gone for
8
a
hours
walk.
later. I'm just confused.
We'd call that going walkabout.
Yes. So you could well be gone for 8 hours.
What time did we set off? Was it?
Quite early.
Reasonably early in the morning. Yeah.
I'd be aiming to be back
8 or so.
early afternoon, so at 2.
Okay, fine. Yeah. So
You were like,
walking before.
wearing hiking gear and stuff like that. Show up in like skinny jeans and a faded Stone Cold t-shirt. Like, what's going on?
And your skin.
Yeah. Well, I always wear that.
Yes.
Why wouldn't you?
It's quite painful
It's an odd
otherwise.
thing to say.
What an odd thing to say, sir. How very dare you?
Maybe he was concerned that, you might ruin
Sunscreen.
your complexion.
No.
Yeah.
I'm half Mexican, so I'm pretty sure I'm good.
So yes, you're yes, you weren't probably expecting to go out for a walk.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind.
For
but
6 hours.
It's a bit weird.
We meet you in town. How did you get here? We walked.
I'm just like,
Who does
I'm
that?
not sure what's happened, to be fair. I mean, I didn't not enjoy it, but
Yeah, you thought
you can regale me about stories about Finland and plants. Imagine you explained all the birds
You
as
know
well,
that
flying
the
around.
plants
Oh.
in New England are probably different to the plants in Finland.
Yeah, but he'd be the man who knows these things, wouldn't he? And could regale stories with a smile.
Is your character a botanist?
No, I just think he's one of those people who knows everything and is just nice about it.
These are trees.
She's probably starting over. She's probably like, wow, this guy knows so much.
More like, yeah, that's a tree. Great.
Yeah, you probably have mostly walks off your hangover by the time you get back.
Which means I can start again.
Okay.
Oh dear. So anyway, we get back.
You get back. If you're getting back at, yeah, okay, fine, whatever.
Do you want to do lunch?
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
Worked up quite an appetite in the gym.
So you're gonna have lunch. Come back. You're gonna have lunch. Come back. and
Yeah,
then
have a
you-
mooch around the town.
Yeah, cool. Okay, fine. Okay, so you two are going to get back first. Chitrita will notice you coming in at some. So she's on her way between places. Mr. Nakatomi has arrived. If you want to come and meet him,
Absolutely.
he's in the
Okay.
lounge. She'll walk through. Okay, so
Probably turn on. Just going. on a sort of couch, feet up, beer in hand. Going,
What does your character look like? Because we haven't.
he's
mentioned-
clearly of Japanese ancestry. He's just wearing shorts and a kind of an Australian rugby polo shirt. Wearing a pair of quite decent boots, and just kind of got kind of quite stylish hair, sort of frosted tips on the. Because it's the 90s.
It is the 90s, actually, I think, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so that
Cool.
looking very casual.
Yes, and you'll quite quickly realise this is an Australian.
Yeah, I'm very
Japanese
confused for a few
man.
minutes. Nakatomi?
He looks the part for Nakatomi. He doesn't sound the part for Nakatomi.
I haven't opened my mouth yet. Oh, you probably heard me screaming, "Get
Yeah,
those bloody bombs!"
Yeah, that's what I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Right, do you want to do a quick description of the other two?
Yeah, sure. So I'm tall, slim, blonde hair, grey blue eyes, quite striking grey blue eyes. Tend to wear reasonably casual, reasonably smart jeans and turtleneck jumpers, and tend to have a walking cane with me, which I clearly don't need.
But it looks the part. I'm about a head shorter, dusky skin, skinny jeans with new rocks, and a faded Stone Cold Steve Austin t-shirt on. Loads of tattoos down the sleeves, so I've got 2 sleeve tattoos that go up into the shirt, but you can't see much else. And I look with dark sunglasses on, even though we're inside.
Vampire.
Very kind of 90s rock sort of scene. Sam in the 90s.
You mean in the 90s?
As I say, isn't that how Sam rolls
Yeah,
at
that's
night?
true.
No sunglasses.
No sunglasses. It is night time.
You're not that much of a vampire. Cool. Yeah. So yes, Chatrice will come back in. She'll introduce Mr. Haller and Ms. Crowley.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
hello.
Yeah, I'll
If you'll excuse me, I've got things I need to
swing my feet
prepare.
off, put my beer down, stand up. Oh, hi, Ricky. Nice to meet you, fellas.
Nice to meet
Oh.
you. I'm Herman.
Maria, and you are not what I was expecting.
All right then.
Thanks.
Not sure what I was expecting. Wasn't told anything about what the rest of you lot would look like.
It's just Australian. Nice. Good day. Oh, Crocodile Dundee.
Is she always like that?
For the past 6 hours, yes.
I was going to say, that's cheerier than usual, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, she's being really naughty.
She was a bit quieter when we started our walk, but it gradually built to this.
All right then.
I'm getting a drink. Fuck you guys.
Grab yourself some beers. The footy's on.
I'm more of a spirits gal,
All right.
and I'll go and find some scotch
Fine. Yes, you can get some scotch.
and sit down, put the feet up. So, do you want one?
I think I'm all right with the beers, thanks.
Herman?
I'll have an orange juice, please.
You may
Okay,
have to
good
go
luck
find
finding
someone
that.
to get you one, unfortunately. But you can do.
So what's this? What are we watching?
Football.
England versus somebody. You can work it out.
Yeah, I don't care.
It's fine.
I mean, I'll watch, but I don't care. Scotch.
Kind of sideways glance at her.
So, have you found the cameras in your room yet?
Cameras in the room?
Yeah, there's cameras in the room. They don't tell you that, but there are cameras in
I
the
just
room.
chucked my bag in there. I haven't really been inside much.
Yeah, there's cameras.
Now,
You should. We
that's a
covered
bit
them all
weird.
up. Yeah, it's a bit creepy if you ask me.
Well, I saw in the contract they can film us doing anything other than on the toilet, unless we're using it for not using the toilet.
That's great. Them being able to film us and we letting them film us is two very different things. So, just to let you know, there's cameras in the
Right,
rooms.
well, thanks.
No problem. Have you met the other two yet?
No. What are they like?
One's English and the other's American.
You're a Pom too, aren't you?
Well, half and half. My dad was British and my dad was Mexican.
Okay then.
Oh dear. If it was any other god, that would not work.
But yeah, he had a top hat, and she likes bubblegum. Parallel laughs.
Okay then. And do you know when they're coming back?
I don't even know where they went, to be honest. Heaven?
I don't know when they're back.
I can't place your accent. Where are you from?
I'm from Finland.
Oh, nice. This must be warm for you.
Pleasant, yes.
Ah, it's not too bad. Come from the winter, so it's all right.
So yeah, we're starting filming today.
Yeah, they said it was mentioned that we've got some kind of trial run thing.
Screen test. I don't know how this works.
It's probably seeing if we're up to it.
I do want to be up to it. There is a lot of money.
That's true.
Okay.
At this point, you hear, like the tyres screech into the
No, best behaviour.
The car
Lisa
rolls.
is-
It stops right in the parking space.
When did Ace Ventura come out?
Oh yeah, that's
Alright.
right.
Incredibles. It is rolling it
Yeah.
onto.
Yeah.
So so we'll have been at the gym. We'll have gone grabbed something for lunch, mooched
Yeah.
around the town a bit to kind
Sure.
of see what's there, and then head
Yeah.
back.
Cool.
I would say that's probably what we're doing.
Okay. So yeah, you two get back.
There is no
so
screeching of tyres.
there is no screeching tires. Okay.
It's not my car.
Kanuna will
I don't have a car.
show you to the lounge where these three are gathered, and if you want to introduce your, if you want to describe yourselves for Roger's sake.
Yeah, sure. Fairly, I don't know, kind of petite. Mind blank. Baggy combat pants, a shock of like pixie haircut, some brightly coloured slogan t-shirt, like kind of just loud and fidgety
90s.
and oh yeah, it was really cool. Did you see when we did this? Oh yeah, we should totally go back there like next time.
And the Pom with a nervous twitch.
Oh yeah, we should tell it. Well, maybe we won't tell Maria, but yeah, you know, I think that maybe Simon would really like it if we went back to like oh hi.
I also enjoyed myself.
Turn to you and go, bubblegum.
All right, I'll kind of again beer down, stand up, walk over, and
So,
I'm Ricky. Nice to meet you.
Describe what I look like first, Roger.
Top hat, monocle.
I'm not wearing a
Not anymore, anyway.
So you've introduced us before we got here as Bubblegum and Top Hat.
Yeah.
It's true.
So my character, 6'3", sort of classic posh British look, you know. Sort of
Top hat, monocle.
top hat, monocle, go on then.
Hey.
No, I'm just wearing wearing press trousers. Obviously, we've got changed back out of our gym wear. You know. All right, okay, I'm in sweaty clothing at the moment.
You got changed out back out
Yeah.
of your gym wear. Whether she did.
Yeah, who she did or not. But I'm obviously well built as well, so military background, but you don't know that at this moment in time. But you can see I'm well built. I'm 6'3", so I'm fairly tall as well. So, you introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Ricky. Nice to meet you.
Oh, pleasure. Edward Percival.
You must be Top Hat. That means you're Bubblegum.
Oh what? I'm Lisa.
From the back of the thing, I just go.
I see you, Reggie Larson.
Maria's on the scotch again.
Hey, it's 12 o'clock.
No anymore, it isn't.
Time.
So hi, how long have you been here?
How long have I been here at this point?
A few hours.
A few hours.
Did you fly the whole way? Like,
well, apart from the car,
yesterday?
yeah.
I mean, from home.
No, I came from California.
Cool. What are you doing?
Watching the footy.
I like it when they kick the ball. And
Unfortunately, the
other
Poms
one
are winning.
kicks
Who now?
Poms. I'll point at him.
Is that the team?
No, it's Aussie slang for British person, English person, for Poms.
But it doesn't even start with B.
Mm.
Okay, cool, right.
Aussies rarely make sense.
I'm not sure what Brits do either. No offence.
None taken.
So, how long have you guys been here? What are you doing? Are you watching the sports?
The sports.
We've joined in watching the football.
I see you're having lunch.
It's good lunch. Ice in it. Makes it food.
The steak's pretty good.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Didn't we just have lunch?
That was at least an hour ago.
That's the point. I probably had steak for breakfast when I arrived.
There's nothing wrong with that. You're in America.
Yes.
Hey, it's lunchtime somewhere.
That's what I said about the Scotch.
Yes.
Twelve
You
o'clock somewhere.
yeah, you have epic stamina, so basically jet lag just isn't really a problem for you. When you can go for a week without sleep, without really feeling ill effects, then
Yeah.
Whatever.
So, how long have we got till we have to do stuff? Are we doing stuff? Like, soon?
Sort of look at the watch. I think they said about 6.
Yeah, we made it in good time.
Yes, I think we did. Yes, definitely.
Do we know what we're doing? Shall I get changed? What do we
No, they haven't really said what
Where's
we're
the
doing.
cheetah?
Oh, what?
She was around. You possibly saw her somewhere.
I was just really busy doing whatever it is that we're going to
Kanina came in and sort of showed you in and awkwardly failed to introduce you properly and then awkwardly left
I would
again.
say grab yourself a tinny, but given where we are, I think you're a bit young.
What?
Beer.
Yeah, no, whatever. Cool. So what do you do for fun? Apart from
Well-
watch sports and drink beer.
Well, besides that, like to go surfing. Like to
Really?
get out and about. You
Very
know,
good.
shooting. Yeah, I'm not bad.
Did you say shooting?
I do believe so, yes.
What sort of shooting?
Well, you know, just rifles, target stuff.
Oh, interesting.
Not into murdering things.
I also enjoy target shooting with rifles.
He's done
Of
it on
course you
mountains.
do. Oh, I love
While skiing. He's really good.
Yeah, we don't really have much skiing where I come from. It's a bit dry, but I do like the shooting part of it.
Come visit sometime. I can teach you.
Might be a bit chilly. I'll have to be going in the summer.
I think the summer in Finland.
I was going to say, I don't believe there is a true summer in Finland.
Of course there is. It just might not be as much of a summer as he's used to.
Well, I'll be coming from the winter where I come from.
Rest assured, if there's still snow, it will still be cold.
Right, so better put the long sleeves on.
Maybe not shorts.
Well, it's not too bad out here.
Well, yeah. Well, we'll see what this challenge is today first, I suppose.
Okay.
Did you find any more cameras?
Oh yeah, they said about that. Got them in our rooms apparently.
I haven't found one yesterday.
We've been walking.
No, I didn't. I didn't spot it, but Ryan, was
Oh,
it
was
you
it
that
you?
found?
It was indeed
it's-
me, yes, it was
sorry.
indeed. That's okay. I take no offence to other people.
No need to be so
Ever?
stiff.
Oh, he's not stiff. We've just been to the gym.
Okay then.
Edward looks quizzically at the floor.
Are you sure what just got said then?
Speaking of which, Miss Tang, you handle yourself very well.
Yeah, thanks.
Scotch.
Anyway, so yes, after a little while, Chitrista will come back in to the lounge.
Hey, how's it going?
God, it doesn't turn off. Ah!
We're nearly ready.
Grab yourself a brew.
If you would come with me,
Sure, where are we going?
Can I bring the drink?
if you like.
Fucking A. I mean A.
Hey, what?
Just A.
Alcoholic?
Yeah, A for alcoholic.
Anyway, she will. Yeah, so she leads you through. So it's very very what as I say, looks very much like a very nicely appointed hotel. To a.
Do we have a pool?
Oh, that'd be ace.
Not here. There's
Oh,
one
okay.
in the town.
Yeah, we found that in our swimsuit. Next time.
She will, but yes, she leads you into a room that's blatantly a makeup room.
No, I'm out.
I must say, Maria, or Miss Crawley, sorry, apologies, I should be not so formal. If you can't handle a little bit of makeup, you're probably not going to make it through the rest of the competition.
I don't want stuff put on my face.
Yeah, how bad can it be?
I am wearing like black eyeliner, but I just refuse to wear anything else.
You'd be surprised how badly the
Just a
the
bit of
cameras
powder.
can make you look.
Takes the glare off.
There's
Fine.
about a 25-year-old, quite beefy, blonde-haired white guy
Hi.
in the room. Clearly, kind of bodybuilder kind of physique. Sit
Right.
down. I'll sort it out.
So what out? Fucking hell.
I sit down.
Okay.
Drink more scotch.
I still got my beer in hand. Just like, this is weird.
So yes, he will go round everyone unless you really object. And
I won't really object, but I'm not happy about it.
Just gonna whine about it.
No, I just look with disdain.
How is that different to your face?
Disdainful.
Okay.
That's Maria's default expression.
To be fair, he isn't really trying to engage you in much small talk or anything either. He doesn't seem particularly.
I, however, will be
Pleased
trying
to
to
be.
engage him in small talk.
See, I was gonna try and talk to him until he was powdered in my face, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I'll give up.
Yeah, he seems to be quite
He's busy. He's a professional.
Does he just kind of like blank me when I try and talk at him?
pretty much. He's not. It's more than just being professional.
He's like,
he is
next.
not particularly keen to be. He doesn't seem particularly pleased to be having to deal with you.
It's fine, I'm used to that.
So yeah, grumpy bodybuilder, grumpy pretty bodybuilder.
Great. Now I have stuff on my face.
I was going to say, not even Edward feels comfortable about stuff being put on his face.
It's fine, you won't even know it's there after a while.
They're not putting blush and lippy on, mate. Calm down.
Yeah, it's basically just it's
Light absorbing stuff, isn't it? Yeah, it's basically to stop you looking shiny on camera.
I'm British. We have pale skin. We never look shiny.
It's whatever they do on TV. I don't actually know.
I don't know.
details,
I'm
but
not-
Fill it in yourselves.
Fill it in yourselves if you know.
And use your imagination.
They make us look
I
like
hate
TV
doing
people.
that.
Yes. Anyway, when
Now the news at 10.
he doesn't take too long about it, he clearly knows what he's doing. But
No,
then,
I'm not interested in him anymore, he's boring.
then Chitrita will lead you back through to the room where you were signing all your paperwork.
How's the book going?
Yeah, it's interesting.
Good.
Yeah.
What are you reading?
Yes!
You could just put insert book.
Yeah,
there,
it's some
The Old Man in the Sea.
Basically, I will be trying to make small talk with her.
fine.
Dear God, there's two of them.
What's with this small talk? Yeah, she'll
Drinking enough scotch and there's four of them.
Is that a good thing?
I don't know, but I'm trying.
So yes, he
Still walking
says
around with
fizz
my
repping with beer. Yes, so yeah, she'll engage in talking with you. She's reading some escapist something.
Escapism. Pride and Prejudice.
Yeah, quite possibly. Sure, why not? She's reading some Austen, sure.
Ew.
Sounds boring. Need some guns.
I know, right?
Mr. Darcy's quite built. I don't know if that counts.
Who?
One of,
Darcy, my dear.
one of the fancy poems in the book.
Yeah.
Anyway, she leads you into the main, into the room where you're signing your paperwork. So it's still this big, great sort of, no, it wasn't a TV, it was a projector. We said,
Yes.
because we can't have a massive flat screen TV because it's 1998.
Are we allowed in here later?
Yes, probably.
Do we have an N64?
Oh God, no.
I hope so.
Golden eye. No, Edward has no idea what you're talking about.
Is there a cinema nearby? I
Oh
don't know.
yeah, I think there was one in the town.
I don't know if you guys have seen Rush Hour, but it's amazing.
Anyway, in the room, as you're coming in, because I need to actually tell you what you're
Yeah,
saying.
we actually doing plot, guys. Plot.
Plot. As you're coming in, you will notice there is a woman in the room. None of you will particularly need her introducing, but Chitrita will introduce her as Ms. Beers. She is one of the original sort of hosts, basically, of the show. One of the people who... So Mr. Vostok in the main show was just kind of this presence, mostly off-screen.
Okay.
He'd appear in the briefings and stuff. But she'd do various pieces to camera describing, the bridging bits to say, so they've been doing X, Y, and Z. Ostensibly talking to Mr. Vostok to get him up to speed on what's been going on, but obviously mostly to let the viewers know what's going on. Quite a unsympathetic character in the sense of not being, quite strict, not really cracking a smile, not really being, when the group screwed up, she would never have any sympathy or particularly any kind words. Just
Fair.
Yeah. And she's watching you all sort of levelly as you come in. Good evening.
Hey.
So clearly, for the main challenges, should you get past this test exercise, the main briefing will be done by, she gestures towards the projector screen, Mr. Vostok himself, but for the purposes of your exercise this evening, I will be delivering your briefing. The situation is this. We have an agent, Denton Foster. He was acquiring some information from us on some of the on a local gang who has been attracting Mr. Vostok's attention.
Mm-hmm.
From what we know, he appears to have acquired the information, but then the gang got to him. I don't believe he has anything on him. He has a couple of pen drives with information on them from certain he's extracted from the gang's computers, but we don't know where they are. We only know where he is.
Okay.
Your objective is to retrieve that data.
Not Mr. Foster.
If you can bring him back, that might be useful, but your objective is to retrieve the data.
Just bring back the data in any form?
Essentially, yes.
Okay, where's he then?
He was last seen being taken into the gang's base of operations, such as it is. They operate out of a biker bar on the edge of town.
Awesome.
We believe he'll be in one of the back rooms in there. Don't know what state he'll be in. But these are not particularly civilized people, so...
Do they have guns?
It's America. Of course they have guns.
Well, bloody hope not.
They will have weaponry. I suggest you avoid engaging in an open fight.
Okay.
For the purposes of this exercise, they will not be engaging you immediately with excessive force. So, do not be too worried about such things. But still.
They may be coming.
They will probably assume that somebody may be coming and looking for Mr. Foster. They don't know when. They don't know how much we know about his location.
What does he look like?
He is in his mid-30s, and in fact, she'll pull out a wad of paper. It's got a number of different sort of profiles on them. Important, big sort of notable sort of people they're bringing out. Denton Foster is in his 30s. He's Caucasian, light brown hair, short. Looks quite slim.
Guessing he's a Yank?
Yes. And there is also another. There are a number of people there, various sort of a few members of the gang that they have information on. One of them is good. I just kicked something to make sure I hadn't turned everything off. Ryan Baxter is the nominal leader of the group. He is a big, imposing biker type chap.
Do you know what he looks like? Is he in here?
Yeah. So he's another one on the. I'm saying he's another one in the. You'll see as you go through.
Yeah.
If you flick through, if you flick
I
through,
reckon you could take him.
Most likely.
if you flick through, there are a few other people, but those are the two that all sort of that are worth naming at the moment. Yeah, he's quite a big.
Do we know the location of the computer?
Their computer, where he got the data from, I believe.
Probably not the same place.
No, it is not in the same location. Also, they are aware that computer was compromised. So, I don't know whether the data will still be there. That, in fact, was a combination of two data required from two locations. One was the home of one of the other gang members. The other was a local police officer, deputy, whatever they're called in America. Possibly varies from state to state.
Police officer, yeah.
No, because in a small town like this, it'd be sheriff and deputies.
Depends again where you are.
Yeah.
Possibly.
I
Anyway,
don't even know if it's a state or
I was going to say.
county
Because
trooper.
I don't know if we...
So they
Trooper
went
is another word it
into
could be.
a policeman's house and
Yep.
got
Yes.
the stuff.
Information about
police
So
corruption?
they got
essentially, yes.
it, or he got it.
He got it from them because the
So
the
they
gang
got
has
it, and
been-
he's had it off them.
The gang has had some dealings with this police officer. I don't know all the details.
So that officer might be okay. Cool. When do we start?
Part of the information is also will also compromise that officer, which is why it is also another reason why it is valuable to us.
Is the officer in here?
Yes, the officer will be in there. He is called Luca Conway.
Can we keep this? There's loads of people in here.
I'm going to look through it and memorise everything.
Yep, you are going to look through it and memorise everything because you have perfect recall.
Cool. I call hacks.
Well,
Well,
when do we start?
you start as soon as you are ready.
Okay. Well, we need to go shopping then.
What?
What?
Well, you guys never going to get in a biker bar looking like this.
Chitrita will say, I can introduce you to Ms. Moses. She'll be able to supply you with appropriate
Stylist?
clothes, equipment. No, she is more of our equipment.
Okay.
I'm not sure we necessarily want to walk in the front door.
Quickest way in. Just don't talk.
Likewise.
I can talk.
You can drink.
Yeah. Well, that's the main things you have to do in a biker bar.
I
Just apart
must
and drink.
admit, from my point of view, Miss Crawley does seem the best suited to just walk through the front door.
You should. We can all walk through the front door. You just have to change.
Might want to leave your top hat behind.
That's true.
Well, I'm not going then.
Seriously though, you do need to change. You can't walk through like this.
Well, no,
it
shit.
got damaged on transit.
Good.
Sorry, I just remembered something that wouldn't have been forgotten in game, which is that as you were coming in, Chitrita will have told you explicitly that from that point it was recording.
Oh, yeah.
So you will have been told that. So that included the...
So
You mean we're on camera?
Yes! Yeah, I mean, you're on camera. Shocking, scarier thought as that might be.
the one consolation we can take is this place is a bar. They're guaranteed to have drinks. So let's get ready and go. Where is this stylist person? I mean, not stylist. Fuck.
I'm just going to go to my room. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna change of clothes. I've probably got something black.
So we're in our rooms for these cameras?
The mirror?
Oh,
The mirror.
on the desk.
Left-
There's a desk
Left-hand
with
corner
a like,
mirror.
mirror thingy, and it's in the. I haven't even looked at mine, but that's where they said it was.
Right then.
Okay, just
Do you think?
think
Fairly easy to hang something over.
think rebel without a cause, think dark. Just pick the right clothes. We're never going to get through the front door if you all look like, well, that.
What?
I'm just saying, these aren't the kind of guys who like bright and colourful.
Judgmental.
Perhaps they need to
much.
cheer up a bit.
Well, maybe, but they'll stab us first.
Only if they catch you.
Yeah, that'll be a bit rude.
Okay,
I'm
just
gonna go upstairs.
go and get changed.
Okay.
I've got spare clothes if you need to borrow them.
Thank you for the offer, Miss Crawley. I'll retire myself from here.
I don't think it'll fit you like that.
I'm afraid I don't have anything leather.
Well, we'll have to go shopping.
Okay.
Chitrita, I'm sure that Ms. Moses has something that could... would be
Did she
suitable.
say weapons as well? I mean, not weapons, gear,
Equipment.
equipment. Money for alcohol?
I'm gonna go get changed. Like,
Oh yeah,
now.
I'm just getting changed.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm just going to nod and follow Miss Tang out.
I'm wearing whatever, so...
You're actually probably...
I'm
reasonably
probably
dressed for a
legit,
biker bar
so-
already. Cool.
I'll head down to the
Okay.
equipment person.
Yeah, you...
I'll come with you, because I'll
Okay.
pick out what you're going to wear.
Yeah. Fine.
What's Skippy doing?
Skippy?
Oh! Okay, we need 2 more because we've got top hat, bubblegum.
Maria.
Grumpy.
Scotch.
Weirdo.
Or Alky.
Scotch, I think, works quite well.
Scotch.
Scotch.
Well, because you walk in anywhere and you go Scotch.
I'm not going to deny it if it's true.
Does that make him OJ?
Sandals.
With that name, he could be a Naked Gun movie.
So I'm gonna go in my room. I'm gonna go to the desk. I'm gonna like say hi to the camera, and then we've just been given our first thing, and we're gonna go to this biker bar. We've got to get this like data thingy, and it's gonna be great. But I need to get changed because apparently I would really stick out and just have a thing and a camera and be like,
Like a vlog.
excitement, and then go get changed,
Okay.
and then run back downstairs and be like, right, let's go.
What are you wearing?
Slightly different clothes. I've got a denim jacket with like patches on it, and
Are any of those patches Hello Kitty?
no,
Are they pink?
no,
Okay.
they're like red, green, yellow.
Yeah, too many colours. Get in there.
Just gonna come down in like a pair of black combats and just like a black t-shirt.
Probably want to wear jeans instead of combats. And maybe a bandana.
I think I might stick out anyway.
You're going to stick out anyway. I mean, but might as well look the part.
There's no point me
He
going
said-
in the front door anyway.
he says we
They're
all
not
have to
gonna
go
let
in
me
the front
They're
door.
not gonna let me
I come
in.
downstairs.
No, tell you
in,
what,
pair of
you go in the front
legal
door.
hygiene,
We'll find our own way in.
unmarked.
This sounds
obviously,
great.
because, you know, I'm posh and I don't like my trousers to.
Okay.
And then I'm just wearing a black t-shirt, which is short enough on the arms that you can see my military tattoos. So it looks like I've got a tattoo. So
I like it.
So I'm attempting. So Edward is attempting
I
to
like it.
follow your description.
Oh, hey, I've got a Sharpie.
And of course, on the other side, it once again exposes my silver arm ring that's on my arm.
They like man jewellery, so that's fine. If you had a
Very.
nose ring, it would be better, but we work with what we got.
Thank you, Miss Corey.
I've got a safety pin.
I'll head to the,
So,
the
yes,
equipment.
Tang the
you
Omni
will
is
meet-
a
you will
very
meet
wonderful
Mr.
bizarre
Moses.
pass.
Moses,
Yeah, I'm
Miss
going to head
Moses
to the
is-
equipment place.
sort of late 40s, black American woman, African American woman, who, again, doesn't seem particularly impressed with you.
God, everyone's got a stick up their arse here.
I know, right?
And that is literally his comment.
Oh, that was me.
Apologies for Skippy. He's not very good in social situations.
What do you mean? He's great!
Speak for yourself, Top Hat.
What's happening?
Anyway, just good evening.
Changed.
What do you need?
Climbing gear.
Oh, Discman. Got my Discman.
Oh god. He needs to look more bikery, so he needs leather.
Discman.
I'm unfamiliar with your local biker gangs around here, but we're tasked, as I'm sure you're aware, with visiting some a biker bar, and I'd like to look at the bar.
him. He's so good.
Okay, yeah.
He's just nice.
I don't get the
You can't
details.
fault the guy.
I don't get the details of all your briefings, but I'm sure I can find you something. And you wanted some climbing gear?
Yeah, you know, ropes, that sort of thing, hooks.
Yeah, sure.
You're going to a bar, not
Mountain.
a mountain climbing expedition.
Look, just because you're walking in the front door doesn't mean we all are.
So if you're only good at, like, surfing, is your balance pretty good? You ever done parkour?
What the hell's parkour?
I'll show you.
Wait, what's going on? I thought we were going to a bar. Why are we parkouring around a rock climbing expedition?
Okay,
I don't know. That's exactly what I'm saying.
right. She comes back with jeans, probably Metallica t-shirt, leather jacket.
I like it.
Looks quite battered and faded. And hands them to you. Hands
Thank
you a collection of camping gear. Camping gear?
I've got a tent.
Here's your sleeping bag.
That's my wrong bag.
No, she hands you a
What do we need? Don't worry, I've got a raw man.
Sorry. Let's try that again with the
Genius.
right words. She hands you a collection of climbing gear.
And
Pop-up tent. Throws out the other guys.
You could do if you wanted to.
Genius.
Do they have those yet?
I don't know.
I don't know.
have what?
Pop-up
Pop-up
tents.
tents in the 90s.
I have no idea when pop-up tents happened. We could look it up, but I don't care enough. Right. Okay. Yes, you have some ropes and hooks and basic sort of.
Stuff.
Basic
Carabiners.
stuff.
Carabiners for days.
Have you got like a combat vest so I can have like torches and things? The Swiss Army knife?
What's happening?
I do believe he's just asked for a tactical vest.
Ah.
Yeah, one of them.
Right.
You need to explain your choices. Why are you being in a tactical vest?
Because we're going, like,
Because we're
round
not
the
going
back.
in the front door.
Why not?
Because
I
we'll...
won't get let in.
You will if you shut up.
Exactly.
There is a valid argument for her never shutting up.
I like you.
Okay.
Like you too, Miss Tang.
She goes away. She comes back. She provides two. One she hands to you, one she hands to you, because it looks like you're going with him. So she's figuring.
Cool toys.
So tactical vests.
Hey, Swiss Army knife? Torch?
Hey Maria.
Oh, sorry,
Maria.
you call them a
Maria.
flashlight.
Maria. It's black.
Good job.
She will. Yep, there'll be sort of basic selection.
Jacket off.
Yeah, selection.
Put the
Accoutrement.
vest on. Put the
Accoutrement.
jacket back
Yeah.
on. Over the top doesn't quite fit.
No,
Doesn't at all.
doesn't fit. It's just you're bulging.
Just
in
kind of
all kinds.
fight with it. Be like, no.
It's going to be like practicing how flexible it is.
Okay.
Might do a flip.
What? Actually?
Yeah.
Go on, roll it. Dex athletics.
Hands on his face.
Fumble!
So you always need 7. Difficulty is kind of how many successes you need.
Just 3.
But you'll probably do it.
Hey! Nice! I thought you said you'd done the parkour.
I still have no idea what you're talking about.
That'll do. That will do.
Okay.
Which way are you going?
I think we should all go the same way, to be honest.
If these two go through the door, there's a good chance that it'll go south.
Keeping an eye.
Oh,
Good plan.
you know what we need? Radios. If we're going in different ways, it's a bit hard to talk to each other without them.
It also might be a bit obvious that we are talking to each other.
Oh, you can get those earpiece thingies.
No, I'm not sure you can in 98.
You probably can
No, you
get.
can.
probably can get earpieces. They're just going to be one with the wires running down.
Yeah, you can get those kind of wired things.
Yeah, that'll be obvious.
Doesn't sound very biker.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to have it in.
I had a plan, but it's kind of deviated into several stages now.
How
so
long's your hair?
Pretty long, yeah.
So, you can
Like-
hide it.
Yeah, but why?
So that we can talk to you.
I'm not sure why you're going in a
Or,
different
I promise I won't
I'll
talk to
pull
you.
out my Nokia. Or I could just call you.
text.
Right, give us your number. Put in name into the phone.
What name do you put in?
I put in
Maria.
Maria.
Do you put in Maria or do you put in a Scotch?
Maria.
Okay, fine. Okay. Okay.
Excellent.
So, are you taking radios? Because she can have radios.
No, text message.
Okay, fine.
We'll communicate like they do in 20 years from now.
Have you
Just
guys got
text
them?
them.
Have you guys got mobiles? Or cell phones?
Yes, I have one.
Give us your number.
Here you go.
Okay.
Have you got one?
No.
You
Can we
problems
get a
really do
mobile?
live in the past. Have you got one?
I had a pager, but I lost it.
Oh, I wouldn't go anywhere without my pager.
Hell, they're the future, they are.
Also, dictaphones. So handy.
I love it.
Have you got one?
Yeah.
So what we can do, right, is we can record something on it, and then we can hide it out the back of the bar, and then we can play it, and then they can go and look at it and be like, "Oh, what's the thing?" And then we
Like
can
in
push
Home
them in the
Alone.
dumpster.
Is Home Alone? I haven't seen that film.
You wouldn't.
Cool. Anyway, are we ready to enact this plan? That we
Yes.
have no idea when it is?
Well, I do believe that
And we're
you
putting
yourself,
things in pockets.
Herman,
like-
and I will enter through the main entrance.
They're like
Yeah.
couches and stuff.
These two, from what I can gather, are probably going to go on the roof or through a rear entrance. Probably give up the fact that we're there,
Probably.
and then it's probably going to break out into a bar brawl.
Cool. Bar brawls I can do.
What?
Excellent.
You really should get one of these. Snake's awesome.
Right, well, this is going to go well.
Well, when we get the money, maybe I'll buy a new one.
Please, let's get the money.
Okay.
Gotta be
so,
a shop in town.
you're heading out.
Yes.
Totally prepared.
So, yeah, so,
Miss Moses, one final question, if I may.
yes.
Do we have any motorbikes?
We don't need motorbikes, you know. We can just walk in.
But you're going to a bike bar.
We're going to a biker bar.
Yeah.
Furthermore, if we need to make a quick getaway,
There's always their bikes.
There are 2 motorbikes. I strongly suggest just make sure you bring the things back.
Two motorbikes for 5 of us.
Well,
Can
we're
we
going
borrow
in
a
the
car?
Yes.
I think you should
Make
park
sure
up
you
somewhere
bring
else
it back.
and walk in, maybe.
I did earlier.
Good.
Best behaviour.
Is it an automatic or a manual? stick, as you call it.
It has drive.
Anyway,
Guessing an automatic.
this is either going to go really well or really terribly.
Okay.
I'm guessing the latter.
Oh, cheer up.
It's gonna be fun.
Where's your optimism?
Right. Okay.
Bottom of that bottle.
So, you guys heading out?
Yes,
Good.
So,
heading out.
You head out. You.
He's driving.
First thing I try and do is turn on the CD player. I'm assuming it's got one.
Probably, yeah.
Open up Discman.
Herman, do you know
CD
how to
in.
ride a bike?
Yes.
Do you know how to ride a bike?
Comment about mountain biking in Finland, but
Yes.
Okay, good, because it'll look weird if I'm driving in and you're on the back of my bike. So,
there's only 2 bikes.
I'll get on the back of one of yours.
I might suggest Herman's. It might be safer.
I also suggest Herman's.
Does Hammond know how to drive a motorbike, or is he just answering the question?
Oh god, I hope he does.
It's
What's your control?
pedal bike and motorbike.
His control specialism is helicopter. Doesn't apply so much.
sure he does.
I know they get
fly a
called
helicopter,
choppers.
you can drive a bike.
I know they get called choppers, but still, it's not the same thing.
Okay.
See
Oh
what you
yeah,
did
that's...
there.
I got
Well
it.
done, John.
5 seconds afterwards, I got it.
Anyway, yes. No, you can
Great.
basically control the way I'm doing it. Basically, is you don't need control to do basic stuff.
Who needs control, right?
If you don't have control,
Control.
it means you don't get to apply your epics when you're trying to have a scary high-speed car chase. Not being able to apply your epics while having a scary high-speed car chase, particularly at stage when you get to the point when the people who are chasing you do get to apply their epics, might not go so well for you.
That sounds
Okay.
like a laugh.
But
Oh dear.
Does it have a sunroof?
you can at least you don't need it to
Just actually ride
Might
one.
do.
just ride one. No. I mean, if
I'm guessing I probably...
unless you decide your character does not know how to do something, drive a car or drive.
No, I would imagine with my military background, I've probably been on a motorbike.
Yeah, sure, fine.
I'm going to just say that when he gets on it, it looks a little bit, when he first pulls out, it looks a little bit cagey.
A little bit wobbly. Yeah.
Yeah, but you're not Jeremy Clarkson.
Are they around in the 90s?
Jeremy Clarkson,
Probably.
I'm pretty sure was around in the 90s.
I mean Top Gear.
I think he's more than 20 years old. Yeah, he might not act like it, but
Right.
anyway,
Let's go.
you go. There is a bike bar. It is a bit
Ding.
set back from the edge of the town.
CD was
Do
Green
we
Day.
stop to talk before we go to it?
You can stop
No.
talk if you want to. Stop talk.
No, okay, no, it's been said no. So.
Okay.
Well, I'm getting in the car. You guys can chat. But
To be
it
honest,
was
you've
her,
probably got
so-
like a minute or so to walk up to the car while I'm sorting out the CD
Well,
player.
okay, before I get my bike, I don't even talk to Skippy. I just turn to Miss Tang and just, Miss Tang, please be careful. When I
Always.
get on my bike.
Text us if there's a problem, I guess.
And I try to look cool as I pull out the car park, but I'm just wobbling
Can
all
you
over the
text
place.
Maria
It just doesn't
with
look
her
very
own
good at
name?
all.
Okay, maybe we should park a block away from the biker bar.
I get it by the time we get to the bike bar.
Okay. You're not
Walking in the
embarrassing
front door
yourself
sounds like no
by
fun.
the time you get there, but you're not.
Basically, if I need to get away in a hurry, I'm probably not going to get away in a hurry on a
So
bike.
this biker bar, is it in the town or?
On the edge of town.
It's on the edge of town. It's got its own parking lot. It's not like
We
completely.
got a map. 'Cause I-
It's
no,
fine. We probably went past it earlier, right?
Yeah, there will be a map. There will
Oh,
have been a map.
excellent. I
in
will
the thing,
have
so
looked at the map.
So you remember the map. So yeah, you know where that is. It
and I
is.
don't get lost.
There's one in the door pocket. I'll navigate.
It's alright. I know where I'm going.
Yes, between psychopomp and perfect recall, and having looked at the map, you know where you go. It's fine.
I'll navigate.
Whether or not you pay attention to her is entirely up to you. And possibly depend on whether she's right.
I'll play along as long as she's correct.
Fine. Cool. Yes. So you.
Oh, you meant the other left.
you
Get to the bar.
you guys get to the bar. Pull in. Say. It's a relatively stereotypical biker bar. Rack of bikes in front. You can pull up. Couple of people sitting outside.
Yes, I can read a map.
Awesome. A couple of guys sitting outside. Some girl you're not entirely sure is old enough to, certainly not old enough to be drinking what she's holding, sitting on one of their laps. They give you
Evils.
not evils, but appraising sort of look, quizzical look, don't know you kind of look as you pull up. You can hear music and chatting and probably pull from the inside.
Mm-hmm.
Occasional yelling, but nothing that sounds particularly angry.
Cool. I'll look at them and we'll just walk in.
Get off the bike, give them a quick nod. I've still got my cane with my effector a limp, so I don't look pretentious.
Before we go in, I'll say,
Your cane looks pretentious.
try to act like
You at least look like you actually have a legitimate need for one, but it still looks pretentious.
I'll accept that.
So we're going straight to the bar, and I'll order 3 shots of whiskey, because that's a biker drink.
Okay. You get your whiskey.
Edward's been quiet and
I
tired.
whisper to you, I don't suppose this orange juice here, do you?
Right. And casual, but look around. What we're looking for is a door with either staff only or with a big guy standing outside it looking like he's on guard.
There is a door that matches both of those. Both
Okay.
of those.
That's probably
questions.
the door to the back office.
Yep.
There'll be probably another room with another group of guys drinking in there, but that's where we inevitably need to go through.
As you say that, Edward picks up the whiskey and then sort of chucks it on himself. And then you see him stumble off. He walks up to the bloke. Oh man, I'm so drunk. You gotta help me. And he's now like lumbering over this bloke. He's
I
basically
really want to
trying
see the top
Okay.
pull that accent.
that's the top attempted American.
Okay.
howdy, partner.
Follow me.
How they
What, partner?
I see this and slightly concerned that this could go wrong quickly.
This could go very
follow
wrong very
along.
quickly. Please make me.
That took you all of about a minute.
Yeah, we're the most effective team in the
I was
world.
going to say, he said we were looking for a door. There are people. There's a guy
door,
guarding it.
yeah.
We need to get through it. So now I'm pretending to be drunk.
We're all very individual in this mission, apparently.
Okay.
I figured you would pick up on what I was doing.
I'm trying.
Probably it's going to be manipulation and presence.
Presence is over here, isn't it, somewhere?
Yes. 3.
Oh yeah, no, it's actually.
Yeah.
I've actually got.
This looks quite comfy.
Okay. Cool.
So they don't count, do
Threes
they?
and twos.
Yeah, there was a lot of low ones there, but I got 3 successes.
Remember, you can use willpower as well.
Is that for? Yeah, is that to re-roll a whole thing?
No.
Is it just,
So willpower before you roll, you can spend a point of willpower for 1 success, or you can spend a point of willpower, channel it through one of your virtues. At that point, you tick off both a point of your virtue and a point of willpower. Yeah, they do have books underneath them. Good. Yeah, you take a point of virtue and a point of willpower, and you get to roll as many extra dice as you have points in that virtue. It has to be an action that is appropriate.
none of
for
my
that virtue.
virtues would have been appropriate for this.
For trying to persuade this guy that you were really drunk and he should pay attention to you. Well,
I got 3 successes.
you got 3 successes. You are successfully getting his attention. He is, however, still pretty much in the doorway.
Okay.
So, he's not going to be too inclined to move out the way. Let's see. But, yeah, he's not... What are you doing, Sam? Sailing to chocolate.
It's dead.
It is very dead.
It wasn't me.
There you go. Finish it off.
Wasn't
Finish
me.
Finish him.
That's where I was going.
That.
Oh, Roger, stop that.
How long has it taken you to work that out?
Well, that was the first time he poked me. Anyway, so he's distracted but not moved out of the way of the door at this moment.
He's distracted. He's not moved out the way of the door. He's given him he's trying to hold you off and sort of hold you up a bit. You're slumping on him, and sort of nodded over towards where a couple of guys were sitting near with the door. One of whom comes over. Let's see. The guy on that door wasn't really paying attention. This guy, you just walked past him once, and now you're acting like you're completely. Just walked past him once, having parked up your bike,
Oh yeah.
and
Far through.
I didn't want to say anything.
yeah.
Oh dear.
You've noticed that you've just got here and now you're drunk.
now, so you're now apparently completely and utterly smashed.
These pubs can't take their boots.
I was drunk when I rode my bike in. That's why I look wobbly.
And this is why we weren't in there.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to
However,
cut across and give myself a little time to think about exactly how this person. Your distraction may be working. Maybe not entirely in the manner in which you intended it.
Congratulations, you're a distraction.
To be fair, for those of you who have paid attention to the previous shows, one of the most successful teams had one person on it whose entire purpose in the group was to walk into the lobby of wherever they were trying to sneak into,
And cause a scene.
and cause a scene. But usually walk in, just calmly say that, yeah, I'm here for my 11 o'clock with insert name of managing director, and then just get more and more and more irate as they insist that they have no idea who he is. And just get everyone staring at him. So the others get to sneak in.
That was definitely Edward's plan the whole time.
But,
Absolutely.
you guys, I was about to say you guys, but it's not you guys, it's you guys.
Yeah.
It's... Oh, I can't do this! You guys!
So,
It's
Well,
really
you up for a bit of
hard!
a run?
sure.
I will pull up out of sight
Yep.
of the place, and we're going to approach on foot
Okay.
in a
Okay.
stealthy way, basically
Okay.
sticking to shadows.
I'll follow your lead.
Dex and stealth
I'm
rolls.
just curious to see how you're playing this, so I'm just going to follow along.
Dex and stealth rolls. Keep out of sight. It's not going to be too hard to...
4.
Yeah. I think both of you have got pretty good at Dex and stealth.
One.
Good stats at Dex and stealth.
Good job, ones don't cancel, isn't it?
10 and a 1.
So 3.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Fine.
3 ones.
Yeah. Good
I
thing
was
they
Say
don't
my
cancel.
first roll wasn't great either.
Right, yeah, so you're jogging along here, keeping it at sight again, so it looks like a fairly standard place. It's got a sort of parking lot just off the road, detached, separate building from its surroundings. Looks
So what's the plan?
big enough to have a few rooms.
Let's see if we can work out where the computer is and see if we can sneak it.
Cool. Round the back somewhere.
We're on the roof.
So you did get told the computer the data came from, one of them was at the house of one of these people,
Right.
and one of them was in the police officer's.
Right, okay. Well,
This is
So,
where
this is where the
Benton Foster's being held.
Yes.
Alright,
Well,
well,
that's where the
Where the-
information came from, but we're looking for the
Oh.
sticks,
yeah,
right?
the sticks or him, or both.
Sticks, then him, then whatever.
Yeah, whatever's relevant.
How tall is the building? Is it one story or?
It's a 2-story building.
Okay.
Right, so as we approach, are there like drain pipes and stuff on the outside?
Fire escape.
Or fire escapes?
I'm not sure it'd have a fire escape. It's
Okay,
just a
what about
two-story-
like
it's a
drain
two-story
pipes
little
and
building.
things?
It's probably built as a house and then converted or something.
Is it a flat roof?
Maybe not. I don't know.
Not in
Probably
America.
not in New England.
Right.
Yeah, so it's you've got mostly you've got a couple of people sitting out the front, as say.
Yeah, we're not
as I
approaching
described.
from the front.
Yeah, you'll see them. You've got a couple of people having having a cigarette and a chat and a bottle of something out the back.
Right,
Not that inside isn't full of cigarette smoke as well, but
can we hear what
for
they're
whatever
saying?
reason they've decided to go out the back.
Basically trying to see if anything's relevant.
Perception awareness.
Oh yeah, that is not that good. Awesome.
Yeah, deliberately.
1.
How close are you getting?
Not very.
They're not talking very loudly, so you'd need to be getting reasonably close to hear them, especially those rolls.
Okay. Alright, fair enough. All
We're
right.
kind of scouting out the building at
kind
this
of-
point. The fact
Yeah,
that there's people
okay.
there is
So,
more of a thing to
If you're
avoid.
hanging further back, no.
Lights on upstairs.
There were lights on throughout. Yep.
Alright, can we see through the windows?
Upstairs windows, you can see some ceilings.
Yeah, but downstairs, I'm assuming we've got like
Downstairs.
some binoculars in our little tool set.
Yeah, sure, why not? Downstairs, most of the ground floor appears to be basically the bar area. There's a sort of back room that essentially a sort of storeroom
Okay.
place.
Are there trees nearby? Given we're in New England.
Given you're in New England and not, Iceland, where trees are not really a thing.
It's true. We've kind of got shrubs.
They have moss.
I was going to say, moss.
They have a lot of moss. Anyway. Yes, there are going to be some trees reasonably nearby.
Can I climb a tree?
You can try and climb a tree. Well, you can climb a tree. I'm not going to make you roll for climbing a tree.
What are you doing?
Can I see if I can see in the windows upstairs?
Okay. Yeah, you
It's
can.
good to have a target before we go up.
You can climb a tree. You can. You're going to risk being noticed climbing a tree because that's something that
Can I try and climb a tree quietly?
you
Can
can
I
try
just
and
head
climb a
towards the
tree
back
quietly.
of, like, what's the closest cover? Are there, like, dumpsters or, like, a fence or
Yeah, there'll be.
Yeah, they can try.
cars or a
buildings around
truck
and-
or something?
That's
They
the
can
amount of
try.
They can try. Okay, fine. How many?
I've got 7 successes.
Yeah, you're pretty.
I am the knight.
He disappears. You're pretty sure he went up that tree. But this guy's pretty good.
It's fine, he knows what he's doing. I'm gonna kind of head.
I mean, given
further.
also your perception, disappears.
Yeah, he's gone. I'm gonna carry on further around.
Sandy, Anastasia.
Yeah.
He disappears.
Can I see anything in the upstairs window?
Okay, yes. Looking in the upstairs windows, there are
Like
You
a
can
man tied to a
probably
chair.
see me.
you cannot see a man tied to a chair.
Mhm.
You can see that there are like half the front half of the building. There are shutters or curtains or whatever covering the windows, so you can't see through them. The rear half of the building, there appear to be some people sitting around, smoking, drinking,
Just relaxing and mooching.
relaxing, mooching.
Alright, so first front half of the building.
Probably somewhere in the front half.
All right.
Front half of the upstairs.
Where Lisa's gone. Oh, she's not. Get down again.
Scamper down again. She's gone off. She's gone off to try and take some cover further up.
I will go in pursuit.
Okay. Yep. Okay. So your epic distraction
It's going to continue. It's going to continue.
is distracting.
Did you put points in that?
Yeah, epic distraction.
Epic distraction.
You didn't take central attention, did you?
No, I didn't. No.
Pretty sure I
I
think
do
you've
love
got it. So
Damn it, I'm the wrong
really-
person for doing this, to be
you
honest.
really can walk into a room and
It's
go,
on,
everybody's
it's on
looking
my
at me.
to-do list.
Yes, I'm sure. It's a very fun one. Yes, so yeah, you are being quite distracting and kind of clingy and leaning on the guy. The guy comes up behind you. The sort of guy by the door sort of grabs you under the arm, turns you round, unless you're particularly resisting.
Nope.
yeah, and this could turn into a contested roll, and you have a fairly good chance of winning. But
No.
yeah, turns around.
I'm just going to go with the flow.
Playing along.
And then I'm just going to be like, oh, buddy, you helped me out. Good. Still going with it. Not letting down. Even though I noticed that he knows I've walked in.
Yeah, he's looking. He's giving you a look of what the fuck.
You playing it?
What?
And then I'm going to sort of allude to the fact I'm going to be like,
and
I'm going to be like, I rolled in here on my bike. I had a few drinks with my buddies before we got down here.
Herman, take one of them out. Just charge in and knock him off his feet.
And then,
Just start a fight.
and then, no, before all that
Did
happens.
you stop at the wrong bar?
Yeah, I apparently did. And I'm going to be like, you Northerners don't know how to drink. And then I'm going to shout out in the middle of the bar, these guys are my buddies, pointing to the two bouncers now who've like been, as far as I'm concerned, helping me out. And then I'm going to be like, I want to buy these guys drinks. In fact, I'm going to buy everybody drinks! In the middle of the room. And then just get out, flash
How
out a
to
load of
make
money.
friends.
How to make friends? You're
Herman,
definitely.
just take one of them out. Just start a fight.
At the moment,
Herman's just like,
it doesn't seem like
Fighting
most of
isn't
the
my
front
style.
of the bar
Oh,
is
it's like
heading
this.
towards.
I launch a bottle across the bar and hit the guy in the head, and then turn around and pretend it wasn't me.
Okay, right.
So who did you just throw a bottle of?
The guy who's looking at you.
The one who's standing directly in front of me?
No, the one by the door.
One by the door. Okay, you're throwing a bottle.
Okay.
we're sneaking around outside, and then we're just going to hear a bar fight.
Well, that's a good distraction, isn't it?
Yeah, that's one way of
a
approaching the
distraction.
problem.
So, like, do you hit him?
I like to
Yes.
get that here.
So you're going to need a Dex and phone roll.
Oh, exciting. My
So-
first roll of the day.
I'm just thinking back to the don't start a fight with them.
Yeah, I mean, I was actually trying to avoid that happening. But
Well, that's
All right.
for all of 5 minutes.
There's nothing wrong with starting a fight. Oh, I lost a dice there. That's 10. So 3.
3 successes.
I don't know where that dice
Probably
is.
going to be enough to.
Hit him.
It not be obvious who threw it?
No, that's going to be enough to hit him.
Oh, okay.
For it to be not obvious who threw it, we're also going to need a manipulation presence roll.
Oh,
oh dear.
I'm good at presents, thank you very much, Dan. Fucking hell.
I just looked at your manipulation, that's all.
It's 2. That's not bad for a Scion.
That's human average.
Yeah.
That's pretty low for a Scion.
2 successes.
2 successes. Okay.
Well,
I think they turned around and started whistling.
Drinking.
Pretty much. Turn back.
Did I hit the guy?
You
You hit
do
him.
hit the guy,
There you go.
and he saw you.
and he saw who it was. Yes.
Yup.
Even though he's facing Dan.
Yeah. He looked over in time to see who was
turning
turning around.
around suspiciously.
Yeah, basically.
You still got your arm in the air and you were just about to jump up and down going,
Yeah, you were celebrating here.
Fair enough.
Oh,
It's more probably he noticed something coming towards him,
Looked over.
looked over before you'd had a chance to turn back. Then got
I
hit.
thought he was occupied with Dan and I was
He
That's
was
the other
back
one.
in his head.
He was mostly paying attention to Dan, but apparently not quite enough.
Oh, right.
He passed.
So instead he looks and gets a bottle in the face.
He does catch a bottle in the face.
Cool.
So
That would fucking hurt. Sorry for swearing.
So now he's going to be pissed.
So now he's going to be pretty angry. Yes, he is swearing. He is swearing, and what? Yes, he is swearing.
Cool. Stop punching.
At this point, Edward just lets out a sigh and goes, looks back over his shoulder, just knocks the guy who's standing in front of him.
Right.
Without trying to kill anybody, obviously.
It's fine. You
At
don't,
this
as far as I'm aware, have the thing that
Just
means your
need him.
punches do lethal.
See, I bet Herman now wishes he
yeah,
went
at this
with us.
point, I try the door that the guy was stood in front of to see whether
Okay,
it's open.
there's the problem with that plan is
There's
there is
people in
there
front
is a
of it.
cluster of 3 people standing in front of
Ah,
it
they're still
having a
in front of
fight.
it. Cause-
Herman,
cause a
I'd
massive
go
fight.
with the other door, the one you came in from.
Just
Ah, no.
Oh, I think I've got a card for that.
Just start
Here's
a
my-
massive fight.
I'm going to stay out of this then and see where the fight takes them. Whether it takes them away from the door.
okay. Yes, that's probably reasonable. Okay, right.
This is all happening because of Maria.
This is
No,
happening because...
thank you. It's because of you just going, I'm going to go and distract them. Yay!
It was partially working.
Guys,
actually-
team effort.
Yes, it was definitely... To be fair, the person who started the fight was definitely Maria.
There was no other way that was going to go, was there? So,
She's like, we're going to go to a bike bar. You guys
I
are
was
going to
hoping they
stick
were
out
going
like
to
a
try and
sword.
escort you out of the premises.
I wanted Herman to knock them over so I could sneak through the door, but he can't fight. So I thought, next best thing, I'll throw a bottle at
And
him.
make Edward fight.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Edward can fight.
the
had to-
military...
It had to go somewhere, didn't it?
Anyway, yes, okay, so...
Right.
Let's have some joint battle rolls for those who are intending to take part.
I'm staying out of this for the time being to see if there's a chance to sneak through to the back.
Oh, 5.
Oh, bloody hell.
Yes, says Dan.
I will join battle.
I think he just
Ooh,
got
hello.
perhaps a roll like mine.
Even better, 6.
7.
7 plus my epic is 8.
Oh, 8.
Wow!
Nice.
So,
They
yes.
got pretty well. They got 4.
Oh, well enough. So we all go ahead of them.
Yes. So, I wanted to do combat in this as per the actual book with ticks and stuff. I did ask Pete to print some stuff out for me, but I don't see it, so I'm guessing we don't have it.
Winging it.
What about using like dice to
Yeah.
like make the face?
Yeah, sure. Let's go for it.
There's a box of dice. Oh, Colin's got some.
I was going
Like
to
a
say,
sort
I've
of dice.
got some more dice. If you...
Oh, there's a
How
piece
many
of
things are there
paper.
on the
You can just
wheel?
draw a circle.
Normally 8.
Oh, just get 8 dice, put them in a circle, and then use coloured dice to represent these people who
Yeah.
are getting in a brawl.
Joy of joys. I genuinely was trying to avoid a fight.
This is why you need to talk through your plans before doing them.
Well, yeah.
Don't just take a drink, walk over and start acting drunk at them.
Well, yeah, Edward thought it was a good idea and
More
kind of
kind of
like wanted to
relatively
impress
plain
people.
coloured
It's alright, we're still a new group of Scions, so maybe we would be reacting like...
Of what now?
Right, let's put
Well, this is it.
I
I also thought that at the moment we haven't really like sort of fine honed our team.
Exactly,
yet,
so it's all... It's
I
all
know, we've met each other last night.
Yeah,
Today.
exactly. So we've not really got the
And then,
Okay.
teamwork.
and then use a different brightly coloured dice for each of them.
She's good at drinking.
Okay,
You're quite strong.
So,
He's nice. And he's quite fun. He can do a flip.
at the top, we have you. I'm going to give you the red one. You get to have the green one. You were
Yay.
2 less.
I'm 5,
Go
yeah.
that way. And they were
This looks like some ritual now.
one after
So you
that.
can see what we're doing.
Yeah, so we know what we're punching.
Do you want to borrow a gem dice, Colin? It might be a bit more obvious than the black one.
Yes.
That's not
my
common.
bad. I've got some
That's story
more
time.
dice.
There we go.
Yeah,
got that.
I actually brought.
Here are your
I
actions,
intended to bring a
and they're the speeds that you can do.
timer, an egg timer, yeah, a sand timer to be the "this is when now is" marker, and I don't know where it's ended up. Annoying.
This is what now is. Do you want to use that?
So, just
Alright.
as a quick
How about
heads
this?
up, if
It's
people
kinda like an
don't
arrow.
know, the
Sure.
Scion initiative thingy looks kind of like a clock.
Yep.
And you kind of go around it and work
Yep.
out who's doing stuff.
That's the plan.
Which
So
is what
rather
we're
than being,
orchestrating on the table
which
right
is what
now.
we're orchestrating on the table. So rather than Scion having a sort of more traditional initiative, in one round you get to do this many actions.
This person goes first,
This
then that
person goes
person.
first. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Instead, Scion has something called ticks. Every action you take takes a certain number of ticks. The sort of so lighter, quicker actions take less time. And essentially, initiative works as just sorting out where you start on the chain. You kind of count down from the person who got the highest.
Mhm.
No one goes less than a +6 from the person who got the highest. So,
Okay.
makes sense for you to go first because you kind of were just going, sigh, right,
You're
okay.
lamping the guy behind you. aren't you?
Lamping the guy.
I'm lamping the guy that you didn't hit with the bottle, the one that was standing in
Yes.
front of me.
Ah.
The one who was
Because
giving you a
the
hug.
one who was he's probably looking down at his mate now, going,
What just happened?
Where's-
Actually, I don't give a damn about your education. Bursts onto the sound system as you start punching. I don't give a damn. That's the classic bar brawl soundtrack, isn't it? So.
Okay, so, also of note, we worked out your DVs earlier. That's the difficulty to hit someone. But any action you take, basically, other than a defensive one,
That's where the minus is.
Yeah.
start applying penalties to your
Sure.
to your defense.
Moving applies 0. So
Moving does not affect it, but basically until that action is up, you are at a penalty to all your defences. But kind of expecting
Hey,
this to be a relatively
it's all gone to
one-sided
shit, and it
fight.
wasn't
I
our
guess we'll
fault.
find out. It has all gone to shit, and it was not your fault.
It was like that when I got here.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see. if
So
I can
what's
find
happened?
Nothing. Yeah.
Some basic.
It's about to.
Somewhere in here, there are stats for just
I think
basic.
this might be our cue.
What to get the hell out of Dodge? Bye!
Here we go.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Generic thug. Here we go. Finally, found some
Generic
dice.
bug.
Found some
Yeah.
stats. Yes, generic thug. Possibly it was one slightly more
His
dice. than
legs.
His name's
most of the
Jeff.
Stuff, but whatever. Cool. Okay, you are going to punch this guy. Make a roll.
How right the
Is
kisser.
it, what one is it for melee?
So-
So it's melee
Dex
plus...
and ball if you're lapping
If you're
them.
just punching him.
Punching them, it's dex and ball.
I was going to go for a more targeted thing.
Okay, what are you doing? Describe. Stunt.
if
Let
you
there be
aim-
stunts.
Are you hitting him with things?
Remember, you
It's
can
3
stunt.
speed.
You get bonus dice if you stunt.
Okay.
You get plus. If you aim for 3 actions, you get plus 3 dice to roll.
No, so rather than sort of a punch, Edward takes up sort of like a sort of military combat pace and actually grabs his buttered collar and actually comes him elbow.
Okay.
So it's more of a targeted, sort of actual, rather than just being like scrapping with him. He's
Yep.
definitely trying
Let's
to,
drop this guy.
yeah. And then the idea is to follow that up as he's wobbling backwards, up over the shoulder and thrown across the room.
Into more
This
people.
guy's
Into
having
more
a bad
people.
night. It's gonna be a full on
Yeah.
So
Tables.
full on like
tables,
Well, this
chairs.
is good.
it happens quickly
Perfect cover for us.
because obviously Edward being
Yeah.
fairly well trained, he's
Yeah.
not messing around.
Yeah,
The
okay.
goal is to incapacitate the opponent as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
I'm getting Sherlock Holmes vibes. He's like,
Yeah. Do you know what? In a way, that's how Edward's viewing the combat right now.
It's
It's very
basically
Sherlock
disable
Holmes.
your opponent as
Yeah.
quickly as you
Yeah.
can in British military
Yeah.
combat training.
Yeah, so
Typically breaking
This
bones.
I think
Populate.
most military combat trainings.
Well,
tend
the
to
only
be-
one I've had is British armies.
I would expect that most combat training is going to be put them down so they don't get up again.
and that's exactly what he's going to do.
I
At
think
least
Lisa-
that's what he's going to attempt.
If
to
only
do.
you had a bayonet.
I've had a conversation with someone who's
nice.
had extensive
Right,
combat
so,
training
well, if it's
in using
brawl,
a
I'll suck
sharpened
at brawl,
spade.
so.
Strength and brawl.
Hey, never underestimate the
he's
power of
not bad to
an
add more
entrenching tool.
Basically, yes. That is
In
exactly
the Dark
what it
Heresy
was.
game, we asked if we could have put the mono upgrade on ours to make them sharper. GM said no.
So, as I have no brawl, I won't be able to put any epic either.
No.
Oh, no.
What
don't
have
get
you
to
put
a
your
point.
combat stats in?
You really
Really?
should put some.
hitting stuff.
You need a
with
bottle.
Things.
Pick up a bottle first.
You really should have put some points in.
Well, I thought melee was fighting in close combat with,
No, melee is using weapons
Melee is
in close
using
combat.
weapons.
Pick up
Brawl
a
is using
bottle.
your fists.
You may
As
want
it's
to pick up.
first combat, could he just put those in the other one? Neither of them are favoured stats. He could just move.
No, it's fine. I'll leave it. I'll just get my way through it.
Grab a
Okay.
pen. Counts as a melee weapon.
No. Well, unless it's his.
No, mine doesn't count as a melee weapon.
Oh no, it's a rifle, isn't it?
So I'm a few ticks ahead of people as well. Aren't I?
Yes, you are a few ticks ahead people. So unarmed basically has the basic ones is unarmed, heavy, unarmed, light.
It's probably going to be heavy.
Heavy, right? So it's speed 5, -2 defense till your next action. Accuracy is -1, so you take one off the dice.
Just flail. He'll be fine.
Yeah,
But it's doing but it's at +3.
I think you're going for a haymaker more than what you
Yeah.
described.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
Right, well, now I've only got 2 dice with my
Okay.
strength.
But I'm going to give you 1 extra die of stunt, which would also recover your point of legend had you spent any by this stage.
Okay.
Just believe in yourself, Dan.
Go!
1 success.
Good job, you hit.
1 success is probably not going to.
So
I'm going with haymaker.
he goes for it, and actually the guy appears to be better at
You
combat.
tried to grab him,
Well,
and the guy was
he's
just
a
like,
bouncer in a biker bar. He's probably had a few brawls.
Yeah, he's had a few balls. Okay, his dodge DV is not very high, but it's more than 1.
Okay. This is not going to go well.
Just saying.
well, depends who you are.
Okay, so you then move 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so your next action is there. We swing around to you.
Hello.
What's you doing?
I am going to probably
Try
try
another
to
bottle.
manoeuvre myself around so there's a crowd in between me and them.
Okay.
That's just a move action, that's fine.
Yeah, fine.
And then I will use a boon, I think, which is very
Okay.
exciting. I'm going to grow a toxic thorn.
You're going to grow it.
Yeah, indeed,
What?
like a proper, one out of there. Which is quite cool. Like
Oh,
Assassin's Creed
Isn't
style.
there a mutant that has
Yeah.
It's in this
Wolverine, isn't it?
Yeah, I was more trying to kind of go, well, that's keeping a low profile. Look, I'm growing spikes.
Yeah, you have just to remind you, the whole don't be seen to be a supernatural critter on camera thing.
Yeah, it's just, it won't look like it, it's just a little thorn.
Okay,
I need intelligence and science.
Just a little thorn. The sort of thorn that anyone can grow out their wrist.
Well,
It's not a big one.
You
can't do that.
Okay.
She got long sleeves, huh? No,
No.
'cause she's got bare arms to see her tattoos.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's growing spikes
Are
out
they
of her
tribal?
arm.
Are they tribal thorn tattoos by any chance?
No, they're birds and skulls.
Oh, classy.
Classy. Ooh, exciting! Oh, I dropped another dice. Bloody hell. Oh, can't be.
And straight away he's burnt us a witch. Or she,
So,
sorry.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4 successes, so I can spend 4 points in the table.
Yeah.
Oh, can I have a look at the table? I want to see what I want to do. I think bashing is 0, so I'll
Bashing
have
is 0. You can't get lethal.
I'm slightly out from per minute, which is quite annoying.
From what?
Per minute, which means I can do a point of bashing per minute. Can I use a willpower to add an extra success?
Not after the roll.
Well, it's going to have to be per hour, so that's 3.
Yeah.
And a penalty plus... Oh, no, I need +1. So 2 levels of bashing per hour, I think, is the best I can do. I needed 1 more and I could do it per minute, which would have been better.
And you've not put any points in toxicity or penalty.
No, so it'll just get a stamina plus fortitude to be full.
So you're stabbing him with a cocktail stick.
Basically, yeah. Described
You know we're in a bar, right?
Yeah, it's described as a small spike.
A cocktail stick.
An unarmed strike
Fork.
to administer poison to the victim.
Poison.
It's like a rose thorn, really.
Okay, so you're poison ivy.
Yeah,
Most
Okay.
deadly poisons have no harm.
very badass poison ivy.
Implying that she's not?
Less seductive, I think, than poison ivy.
That's true.
Damage has 2 values.
Oh.
You did a thing.
Yeah, I'm a boon monkey. All I have is boons.
Yep.
Did you take no
Don't worry
boons?
about it.
I did. They're just magic, and I think that might break our.
Friendship is magic.
Magic is heresy.
You're a wizard, Harry.
You're a wizard.
I am not a wizard.
You're a witch.
No.
I'm Batman.
You were in that tree? Like, where's he gone? Pretty sure he was up there somewhere. It's dark.
Thankfully, they haven't noticed Herman yet.
Yeah, he's just sitting in the
Fine.
corner.
So that's actually going to be not a very effective poison, I'm afraid.
It does some bashing per hour, though, doesn't it?
It does
2
2 bashing over the course of 2 hours. 2 dice of bashing over the course of 2 hours.
Haha, take that!
I thought it was per hour, though.
No. The first value describes how much damage a single dose of the poison has the potential to inflict. You can give someone multiple doses, but...
Just say per hour on that one.
Yeah. So that would mean that every hour it afflicts... it kicks in over hours. So if it was per action, it would get 1 die of damage per
Oh, right.
action.
Oh, fair enough.
They take. So, yeah, it's...
Cocktail stick.
It's you'd have to.
Got a little
Wow,
umbrella.
wow,
That was a bit of a waste of a boon, I think.
you would have at higher
When you
levels.
power it up, I'm sure it'll be vicious.
Yeah. When you're at the stage of being able to get the
What do you learn from this? Don't sink all your points into boons when you can't use any of them.
Yep, you've got some really funky things that will be really useful in a
Later.
few years' time.
In about 8 years, I can do stuff.
Yeah, something like that.
Feels familiar.
But yeah, unfortunately, that's.
You're better at brawling than I am.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you going to grow that thorn, or are you going to? Do you want to check it? Because
No,
it seems
I've
reasonable
committed.
for
I've grown
for you
it.
to know what your character can do.
I've committed.
Okay, so you spent a legend, and you've grown
5 ticks for me.
a thorn.
Takes 5 ticks to grow that thorn.
Yep, it does. Next.
Blue.
Them.
It's that one.
Them.
Use a boon. Takes 5. Speed 5.
Yeah, most actions are speed 5, unless but some things are specifically other things. So this guy is going to. So the guy behind you is pissed off.
Fight him down. You've got this.
He is going to.
Less so now.
He is going to push. He's going to push past, and seems to be heading in the direction of her.
Oh.
The guy in front of you just got swung at. He's going to swing back.
That's fair.
So
Nut him.
right. So let's see.
Actually, I think I might have been quite useful in that brawl.
Yeah, I realise now that I probably should have put at least 1 point in brawl.
It would have been good.
I only
Yeah,
have
it's
one.
fine.
For now, as you're sort of flailing wildly, he's just sort
I'm
of
not
steps
much of a
back
fighter, but I can
and
swing a
goes
punch.
to just
Are you
basically
guys able
lay
to
a
see
quite
this from outside,
slight
or
punch into-
We'll probably hear it.
You're
Yes,
probably
yeah.
shouting. What's your DV?
5.
But minus 2 because you attacked.
Minus 2.
Oh, minus
you
2 because I
attack.
attacked 3.
So he hits. Damage of that is that plus that. That's going to be very impressive. Your soak is like
4.
4. Bashing.
Yep.
Bashing soak 4. Okay. So very good chance he's not going to do anything to you. Yep, he punches you.
Ow.
The Homer Simpson method. They'll get tired eventually.
he's going to need to hit you a bit harder than that. And the other guy's moved up, is going to be spending his action basically trying to get to you.
Oh, exciting.
I'm just
Doing
going to
other
keep,
people.
I'm just going to keep them at the same action because otherwise we're going to get confused.
Isn't it?
It is. I keep getting confused when I'm pointing the thing. So, back round to you.
Okay, so I'm going to take his punch and make it look really dramatic and throw myself onto a table, breaking the table leg off. Then I'm going to pick up a table leg. Now I'm armed.
Okay.
Cunning.
You know, you could have just grabbed like a bottle or something, right, or a chair.
My aim is not to kill somebody. We weren't even meant to get in a fight. A bottle has a chance of cutting, whereas if I take a blow to the leg or something, then at least they'd be incapacitated.
That's true.
Okay, you throw yourself backwards and attempt to break this table. Make me.
Go and check out this bar. Don't get
Strength.
into a fight. Yeah, no worries. Walk into the bar. Start a fight.
Tempting to text them
They
with.
didn't actually say don't
Athletics,
get into a
probably?
fight.
Strength athletics or
No,
strength
they
and fortitude?
very much
Use
did.
my weight.
Athletics.
They
Athletics.
said just find the guy. So we're finding the guy.
They
They
basically
said find the data.
They also
4 successes.
suggested
My-
not to start a fight.
They also suggested not to start a
Suggested.
fight.
Yeah, there was the suggestion of don't.
Well, I'm going to pull out a gun and start shooting everyone in a bit. So
I broke the table. I'm going to
Yeah.
give someone a death of a table too.
if we're all going to be pedantic about starting fights, let's just start a fight and kill everyone.
You know,
Anyway.
murder is a crime, right?
Ah,
And we're on
TV
TV.
So
I
you
got
know,
four
you know when we
sisters.
were introduced and I made a comment about, you being from Mexico and it being...
yeah, in Mexico,
dodgy.
everyone would be dead already. So.
And you went at me.
Yeah, right. That. Okay, right. You throw yourselves backwards, land on the table. It splinters into
Yeah, success.
as anticipated, and then you get to spend a moment pulling yourself back up. You did kind of throw yourself to the floor, however, so you are currently lying on your back on
However,
this
you
table.
do have a big stick.
It
Bit of a
let's face
stick.
it. You got punched. You didn't really focus on making it look like that. Really, it's like as far as he's concerned, he punched you. You kind of went, oh.
I was acting drunk, remember?
Whose turn is it now?
So he's
turn
now
is
been
it anyway?
confused what the hell's going on. 3, 4, 5. Takes you there. Yep. And it now becomes your two.
What about Herman?
Herman is
I'm
sitting
staying
out
out
of
of
it.
it.
He's no
Let
boss.
me know
Herman's
when you want
no
to
good
do
at
it.
Fairly entertaining. We don't see many fights in Finland.
Okay.
So
So
He's
far,
regaling the people at the bar about the trees outside.
so far, the Englishman seems to be flailing around ineffectually and has just thrown himself dramatically onto a table.
I want to watch this back after. Like, when we find out what's going on in there, I'll be like, how much of this did we get? Can we watch it?
yeah, when we find this out,
I'm
we're
gonna
watching that
punch
in the
guy
lobby.
coming towards me. And use point of willpower.
Okay.
And do a
This is better
fierce
than
blow.
Goldberg.
So his DV goes up by 1 for this attack.
A what?
A fierce blow.
Fierce blow.
Yes, so if I hit him, I do an extra 3 bashing.
Yeah, so heavy attack. Yeah.
Alright, it's described as fierce blow here.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Yeah.
Statted as unarmed heavy in the thing.
Woo!
So it's basically what?
1, 2, 3 successes.
His DV goes up by 1.
And his DV goes up by 1.
DV counter is 1 higher, so yeah. That's
Do I hit him?
yes, just.
Bam! So I do an unarmed attack. I don't know how much damage that does.
That'll be strength plus 3 because in total.
So 6 bashing to his
So
face.
6 dice.
Oh, 6 dice. Oh, exciting.
You keep putting them away. I'm not really sure why.
Yeah.
That's a D8.
Yeah, you can roll d8 if you want. I
It
mean,
works
That's
better for
called
me.
playing on hard mode.
No, generally it works better for
We
me.
need 2 more.
We played a vampire game and yeah, my D8. D10s were rolling 2s. D8 every time.
That's alright, I've got loads of dice.
until the difficulty is 9.
1, 2,
Yeah, that was all
3 bashing.
3 bashing. Okay, his soak is more than that.
Oh, okay. Fair.
So it's leather jackets, man. That's what it is.
It's the leather jackets you do have, yeah. Basically, that is it. You swing a punch him. You
Hit him, but it
hit him.
doesn't.
You don't do a huge amount. He's swinging. He's actually no, he's not swinging a punch. He's trying to grab you.
Ooh.
Oh, exciting.
Because you're a lady, after all.
I am a lady, and you can't hit ladies.
Yeah. He's not yet.
Beg to differ.
He's not yet decided that.
That's the rules.
Depends if this guy's been drinking Stella.
Right. So, what's your dodge, DV?
Now it's 4.
Enough. You managed to just about avoid him.
He
Okay.
fails.
He goes to
Step.
grab you and misses. This guy who's coming after you.
Crippling attack.
So yeah, I like the idea that you're like, yeah, I've got military combat training, and she's just like, yeah, I'm gonna kick him in the balls.
Seems to be about as painful. This is going to take a long time. This really should be really one-sided, but
But
You remember we're all started like humans, so
And
it's
also
not that
forgot
one
to
side.
take more.
someone didn't realise it was brawl that you needed for close combat.
yeah, that might have had something to do with it. So yes, you're lying on your his ass at the moment.
I thought I've clambered back to my feet now, my stick.
Not yet.
Okay,
He gets the chance to.
kick me while I'm down.
He gets a chance to try.
Right.
He's actually going to try and grab you and.
Apparently, you've been better if you were
elbow
asleep.
drop.
He manages to drag you kind of to your feet. He was intending to sort of pick you up and throw you probably
He
into
got
the bar
halfway
or
there.
something, but he manages to sort of help you get up. It wasn't really enough for him to get a decent grip on you, and you were getting up anyway. So
Yeah.
he mostly just kind of helped you get up.
Excellent. I'm just going to look at myself and go, thanks, buddy.
Wham!
Hit him.
So they both
Bang!
skip round 5.
So. You were doing a heavy, so yeah, you're still acting at the same time as them. Comes around to you.
Okay, now I'm
Can I
actually...
just ask at this point, so one of them's run down to either side of the bar to get the bottle thrower. The other one's run
Oh,
down.
clear.
Is this door clear
It's
now?
reasonably clear.
Also,
Okay.
has people started reacting on the outside because we're kind of running at the building while all this is going on?
Yes. So you're outside. Noises start happening. It sounds like someone's kicking a fight inside. people are starting to look what's going on, and then it's working.
Well, that didn't take long.
Plan.
So
It's not exactly how I envisioned it, but it's working.
It's doing the job.
Well, that's a method, I suppose. I think we want it upstairs at the front of the building. It's where all the shutters are closed.
Alright,
Dun-dun-dun.
give me a leg up.
I was waiting.
I'm the healer.
I'm not sure how far we're
You're
going
better
to
ball in the
Yeah, I'm
line.
not going to do this round by
That's
round
supposed to be
between the two
military
groups
guy.
because that's just going to get confusing.
Cool.
So, yes, you can start to make your way up. Do you want to make me stealth rolls to try and do it quietly and carefully? Or
Yeah.
so it'll be
So is it like a drain pipe leading up the front of the building?
probably?
Or like the side of the front?
Yeah, probably.
Can I, like, basically just near enough run up the... Well, using the drain pipe to basically carry my momentum up the side of the building, you know, Jackie Chan style?
I was literally going to say you watch Rush.
I've literally just watched Rush.
You're going to try that. Okay, that is going to be Dex and Athletics to try and hurl yourself up the side of a building. You're not going to be doing that very quietly. Well,
I am. I'm very light-footed.
Also, there is a
Also, there's a
distraction going.
massive fight
there
going
is a massive fight going on, which is going to give you some bonuses, yes.
on. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
You hurl yourself up the outside of a building.
You go over the top of it.
And he doesn't know what parkour is.
Yeah, apparently.
I'm basically not running up the entire... I'm basically stopping at the window because I'm going to
Yeah.
try and look through the shutter.
Yeah. The ninja goes... The ninjas. What are you doing?
Do you need a hand?
Sure.
I kind of hang on to the pipe and stick a hand down.
I got 4, but if he's giving me a hand up, I'll take it.
Yeah, fine.
What a gent.
You scramble up. You're now out on the outside of the building.
This is some strong guttering. That's all I'm going to say.
You're probably mostly supporting yourself on like the windowsill and stuff.
Yeah, various places.
You're not.
Also, no, I don't think either of us are probably that heavy.
No, you're not especially heavy. Okay.
That'd be me.
Well, if I can scoot up and get, because I'd rather be up.
Because I'm only about 5'9" and quite slim, so...
Yeah. So with that roll and him giving you a hand, you can get.
So he goes, and then I'm like, whee! Yay!
Can I look through the shutter?
I've also realised that I'm standing here and I'm explaining stuff and I'm waving my arms around again, and Pete's going to think that I'm like trying to tell him something. It's quite funny.
I basically want to look through the shutter.
Okay. Right. You try and have a peer through that. Give me. Do you have what? Remind me what boons you have. Do you have boons to help you see in the dark?
I can see perfectly in the dark. In
I
black
thought
and white,
you did.
basically.
Okay. Yeah. So that's not going to be a penalty. Okay. Still going to be perception awareness roll.
I believe. You don't get epics if you,
You don't get
pass
epics if you don't have the stats, and you don't get epics if you don't get any successes. Correct.
I got no success.
Okay. You can't see much of what's in there. It's two. There's not enough space in between the
So
sides.
we've got ground floor,
Yeah.
first floor,
Yeah.
roof.
Yeah.
Is there like kind of? Is it just one roof, or are there like angly bits? Like, can I get anywhere? Or
There's probably one roof.
Okay.
You can be under the eaves, hanging on.
Can we try and pull the shutter out?
Probably it's be set up. Yeah, you can try and jimmy that.
Cool. I will do that and basically get it ready and then wait for a noise of the inevitable
Okay,
bar brawl below and then go...
Okay. Yeah, things seem to be working out. I'm going to need a dex and larceny. for that.
Can I help?
How do you not have larceny? You're you're trying to play a damn
Can I
ninja.
help?
Because I haven't broken into anywhere before.
I have larceny. Do I just have every skill that other people should have taken?
However,
I
I
can
think
help.
I'm good.
So you don't get to add your epics.
I don't, but I got 6.
What?
I rolled
Bloody
2
hell.
10s, an 8, a 7 and a 2.
Nice. Okay, you're good.
He does not need my help.
He does not need your help. He goes, I think I need to do something
I've
like
not done this before, but...
When I was watching this film, they did it like this. Ting.
This is how Jackie Chan did it.
Credit card in the gap. Ah, don't
What do you know?
work.
Anyway, yes. So yes, you can jimmy that open. I'm going to flip downstairs.
Me too.
So meanwhile, there are more and more people starting to take an interest in what the hell's going on.
Cool.
Well, Herman was up to something.
Herman was up to
Herman
something. So, Herman, what are you doing?
So
Stop stabbing.
now the door is a little bit preoccupied.
Yep.
I'm going to grab
I walk
So
through the
we're
door
gonna
and I
start
find
now.
I need
myself.
to start hard.
Well, they're going to get arrested before they even get to the main show.
Well, we don't have
We
to
can
split
die
the
on the
money
show,
into
other
anyways.
people can die.
True.
That's my thinking. Go hard or go home. I want to win. This is Mexico, right?
No, it's not. It's
This is New England.
New England, Mexico, it's all the same.
Slightly different.
Just a little bit.
Also slightly far apart.
Right.
Small.
So yes, you're gonna move up and try the door. Okay, I will get back to you a bit on that because it's going to take. Cause I'm assuming you're not like dashing up. You're
No, as
You're
So
trying to move
carefully just
subtly
kind of-
as
Saunter
I-
slowly to avoid
With his
drawing.
cane.
You know, you're not drawing so much attention.
Good job.
Or at least
You got through the door.
trying to. He's approaching it. Can you give me a manipulation and stealth roll to try and make your way through this space? Because it's not really about. It's really about the way you move. The way you.
It's just casually whistling and
I get a
walking.
grand total of 2 dice on this one,
I believe
and I get 1 success.
Awesome. Well done.
I was right to believe.
It's not nothing. Right. You're now on your feet. You have
Hit him.
a table leg.
Go for the eyes, boo. That was out.
You may not want to go for the eyes, given that you've described as you don't want to kill people.
No, I don't.
Well, you have.
Yeah, I'm just going to pretend I haven't heard.
See, we haven't. It's just John.
Yeah, that.
We're just going to start shooting up the place. Go away, you guys!
Bang, bang, bang. Time to play the dope.
Told you she
Right.
was crazy.
I'm going to stab it as a tonfa.
Yep.
So, because that seems roughly
Yep,
what we were
it's
talking about.
it's a
Yeah.
So, +1 accuracy, +1 bashing, +1 defense. So it's actually quite easy to block with and guard with as well.
Yeah. And also he's going to take sort of like a combat stance, like he actually knows what he's doing with something now.
Yes.
Now
He has some idea what he's doing.
yeah, now he actually has some idea what he's doing. So that's going to be Dex and melee now.
Dex and melee, yes.
Okay, so he's not aiming to kill this bloke. He's merely aiming to
You can
incapacitate
actually, there is a thing saying you can do an
Strike stun?
yeah, pulling a blow, so you can do your full damage, but you won't kill him.
Yeah, okay, so that's what I'm doing. I'm making sure I don't kill him. And
What page is that?
Page 200, pulling a blow.
that's what I should have done to that halfling that time, do you remember?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That poor halfling.
No,
Means
it's
you do
alright
just the amount of levels just to knock him out.
Increases difficulty by 1. After the player rolls damage, you may reduce the level of damage inflicted to a minimum 1.
So you don't kill him, basically.
So, yes.
Yeah. I mean, really, I'm looking
you are,
to do
of course,
damage.
Making that judgment before I tell you what the soak is.
Yeah, yeah.
You just say you're pulling your blow.
Yeah, to be honest, like I said, I'm going to apologise to him as I take my strike. And go,
Sorry!
I'm going to say, sorry about this, old chap. And then I'm going to aim at his right side of his right knee. I'm looking to bust his legs so he can't
He
walk.
then dons his top hat.
Here we go.
Okay.
That was it. That was that dice.
Still a terrible roll.
2 successes.
3 successes.
3?
Yeah, because I've got an epic and I've got the melee skill.
3 successes.
I'm not doing very well tonight.
You hit.
Right here.
It's alright, we're starting off.
So
It's a
what's it
rough
now?
start.
Strength.
He just did that. Stevie that. So
Plus
yeah.
the damage of the top first, so plus 1.
That's one.
And an extra 1 because he's actually got quite low DB.
I had another one.
Yep.
No
Nothing.
damage.
6, 5, 4.
4. Yeah. Yeah. Bop.
So you apologise, and then
Can
you
you
hit
still
him,
spend
and
a
he's
legend
like,
to reroll?
ow.
You can spend a legend to reroll the dice.
Yeah, you can. That is a spend. There's some things about that. It's like
We only
I wouldn't
have
worry
4
too
though,
much.
don't we? At the moment.
Yeah, but 4 is a lot when you're not using them on
4's
things.
fine when you're not using 5 things. There are some limits on spending legend to reroll. I can't remember what they are.
You can't do it if you've already done it. Pretty sure
Oh no,
that's
no,
one.
it's just things like you can
It's
only
once
do it
per
so
adventure
many
and
times.
stuff like that. Well, once per scene, I think. To the rulebook!
To the rulebook, all that. Yeah, exactly.
I think it's actually near the front.
It's probably under legend, in fact.
I think this is just going to go on until one lot gets tired.
I think this might go on for a while.
That's
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah,
That's
great.
literally perfect.
Thank you.
That was our plan.
That was
All
our
Yeah,
plan all along.
yeah, definitely.
To be fair, our plan was to distract them, and
It's worked.
Definitely that bit of it is working. Here you go, using legends. Rerolling an action. Spending one legend to reroll a failed action, even if the action results in a botch.
there we go.
Only one reroll might be a 10 per failed action. It
And
says nothing.
defensive
So yeah,
do-overs as well.
you can just go. No, I'm rerolling.
Do you want to
It
reroll
is
that?
rerolling an action. Not
Do you
an
know
action.
what? It's
Sure,
quite
why
early
not?
on in the day. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's just.
No,
It's right as well.
Sorry.
So it's not. It's one of your 4.
Oh,
So you have
Your
4
legend
because it's 2
points.
So you
times
now
2.
got 3.
Okay.
Cool, cool.
And you can reroll the dice.
Try again.
Oh.
Oh, it's not as good.
10?
10. I got 2 successes
And an epic.
and an epic.
So
for
3.
Three.
Success.
You actually did something resembling damage. Of course, it's bashing, and this guy has more than 3 soak.
I don't think we can actually do more than 3 bashing, though.
I can't at the moment.
It's fine, you guys can just wail on
you
each
should
other.
be able to.
No, I mean to be fair, with probably what I should have re-rolled is probably my my hit roll.
My
Which,
maximum bashing is 5. And that's if I roll all success.
No, it's not.
No, because if you hit him well,
10's a double.
Oh, I suppose 10's a double, yeah.
10's a double. You can do a lot of damage. Right, however, some more people are piling in. You are going to get more people piling on you. I really don't want to roll out a mass combat with like a dozen thugs and the 2 of you, because
Because we're going to get nowhere.
it's going to take a long time and it's already getting a little late. So, let's see. I think what I'm going to do with this, essentially, right, you get to the door. It isn't locked.
Awesome.
There's going to be a penalty for that. Yeah, you can get through without anyone immediately stopping you. They may or may not have noticed, but they're a bit busy.
Yeah.
It's a broom cupboard.
Unfortunately, no, it's not a broom cupboard. It's some stairs at the top of which there were half a dozen people.
Charge!
Kapla?
Go, guys, it's a fight. They need your help.
Yeah, what are you doing?
to be honest, haven't you got the skills to talk your way through this?
Yeah, you probably could. It's how
Well,
you
block.
Housekeeping.
Basically, I'm going to drop out of combat rounds for
Yeah.
you 2. I will deal. We will deal a bit with.
I'll
what
deal with
happens
you
there.
later.
I will deal with you later. Yes, exactly. I'm
They're
going
very
to wrap
bad
up this
people.
evening soon, but
And suddenly 2 giant wolves appear.
that would probably scupper your plans to A, not appear supernatural, and B, not kill anyone. They understand fighting. They understand violence. They don't.
You're better at fighting than
They
I.
don't really understand. Please
Not
don't
killing.
kill them.
Nah, you're right.
Go for the eyes.
Just saying.
Right, half a dozen people. That's interesting.
Yes. How are you dealing with half a dozen people who were in the process of standing up to see what all this noise was?
Frag out.
Help!
It's Batman.
Yep, I shall say we could do with your help down here.
Oh, nice.
See what that leads
In
to.
Finnish.
How would that help?
I'd believe him.
To be honest, they're probably just screaming, he's a communist, and go for him.
Go on, roll. I believe in you.
I believe as well.
I believe in
Okay.
you, Herman.
So getting them to come downstairs isn't the hard bit. Getting them to walk past you is the slightly trickier bit. That is going to be a manipulation roll.
Okay.
That is going to be probably manipulation presence,
Okay.
You've got this.
because most things are.
Not great. 1, 2, 3.
3 successes. Okay. Compared to their. I'm going to give them.
Would they be slightly distracted by the actual fight?
They
that's going
probably will be a bit distracted by the actual fight that's going on. I'm going to give them.
Depends if they like those guys or not.
There is that. So the first sort of 4 go past you, and then the 5th one is, hang on,
Who are you?
it just basically goes to shove you back into the.
Just meld around him like the knight.
That's just basically trying to.
You are the knight.
I'm going to try and twist myself around as he goes to shove me. Twist myself around so the force of his shove pushed effectively.
To start
sent
with,
him out.
he's more just
He's
sort of
using his
gesturing you
enemies
out
and
more than
against
anything else. He's not
He's not
attacking.
physically
He's not
shoving
attacking
me.
you or shoving you. He's just like, go on, get. Basically, he's just trying
You
to
could stand up
Okay.
like
get you
behind the
back
door.
into the bar because he doesn't want you.
Okay,
In
just to say it. I've been requested upstairs.
Clever boy. I like Herman.
Okay.
We probably should have consulted him before we started doing all of this.
Well, no, we did, but then you ran off and pretended to be drunk.
Yeah. Ultimately,
Well,
it's
that's
all.
roll
solution
Manipulation presence.
Well,
I believe
better
Herman.
than last time.
Just please don't set fire to the place.
What we should do is set
Another
fire to the
3.
place.
Ones don't subtract. Another 3. He didn't beat you.
Yay! Good job,
Fuck it,
Herman.
fine, whatever. Goes through to deal with whatever's going on the
That.
other side. Yeah, that.
Them.
Right. I think probably leave it there. You're sneaking upstairs. You've got past those guys. You've just got one of the windows.
Yeah, well, we've opened the shutter
Yeah,
so we
we've
can
opened
see what's in the room.
You two
Are fighting.
are having a mass brawl, and it is turning into a mass brawl as I just intimate. Yeah, those
Another
2
5
guys
guys
you've
just came
failed
in.
to hurt so far. Another 5 guys have just come in.
We can
I,
beat him.
I think at
So,
that point I'm gonna.
6 guys have come in, plus the 2 from outside, plus anyone else in the room who hadn't yet joined in.
I think at this point I'm just gonna use my sheer strength. I'm gonna launch a table, grab Maria, and run.
Why? They can't hurt us.
It's more the fact that we are causing an absolute scene and
They-
they will follow
It's
us
a
out.
distraction,
Can hurt
though,
you.
isn't it?
And they can hurt us. Yeah.
How?
There's a lot of them.
Basically, weight of numbers will get rid of your DVs, and then they're just everything is extra successes, and there are a lot of them.
I think we could fight our way out.
As we've failed to do any damage so far, I'm gonna
So
do
far,
Edwin grabs Maria,
We're not trying hard.
Nobody's done any
who
significant damage to anyone.
protestingly
We're not trying hard.
Actually, no, you probably did hit the guy you hit in the face with a bottle. I think he's the only person who's been injured.
So what we need is more bottles. Alcohol, the cause of and solution to all life's problems.
Echo?
So what are you guys going to be doing?
Well, that is my genuine plan. I'm standing near a table, seeing these 5 guys come out, fighting ineffectively against this other guy. I've decided that the numbers are definitely against us. I'm going to flip the table in their direction as hard as I can
Yeah.
and try to get Maria to follow me, basically. I'm going to grab her by the wrist and drag her while she's still punching and kicking. Because she's...
Shouting, I'll fight you! I'll fight you all!
Yeah.
Swearing Mexican.
Yeah.
Cantosta!
So, yeah, literally launching the table.
Okay,
Calling their motherhood into question.
right.
Gasps in Spanish.
You're going to have to basically bundle through some people to get out.
Yeah, that was also then using my shoulder to get through.
It's going to be strength and brawl.
Oh,
Why
can I
always
be involved
brawl?
as well?
Yeah, you can be involved as well if you're actually trying to get out rather than just being dragged.
Oh no, I just want to punch people as I walk past.
I was hoping it'd be
I'm basically
I
backing
thought I'd be.
into
I was hoping I'd be using my
wrestling.
fortitude as I'll be using my.
No.
I don't have any brawl. Stop making me use brawl.
Well, you're going
Oh,
to
suck it up, Buttercup.
You need to learn to fight, man.
Well,
You really do need to learn to fight.
I'm going to.
Oh, his new palms were soft.
Oh man, why did that turn from a 0? I got 1 success.
One success,
Wait,
okay.
I want to roll.
You're just lamping someone, though, aren't you, Jeff?
I'll use
Yeah.
willpower to
Yep.
add an
And to
extra
get out
success.
of his grip.
Okay.
Do you want to be honest? I should have just used my willpower to get my way out there. Never mind.
Okay.
Where's the...
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm just basically going to make this into one roll to just...
You did.
I also failed.
How badly?
Oh, I didn't get any successes, but I didn't roll any ones.
But you did spend the willpower, so that gets you the 1, I believe.
Oh, in that case, I'll spend a legend and re-roll. Fucking hell.
No, as in the willpower will get you 1
Oh,
success.
Oh no, I thought it gave you 1 dice.
No, it's a success.
It's a success
There you go. then.
unless you channel it through a virtue, in which case it becomes that many as an appropriate number of dice.
It could be conviction, I suppose.
Not
Yeah,
really.
Because I'm fighting.
Could I have done it as endurance?
Oh, well, these are questions.
Possibly
Questions that need answering.
endurance may have worked, but
It's alright.
But I've asked
doesn't
to.
really matter. Yeah, with your guys' soak and everything, basically you are going to get out,
You're going to get pummeled, but it's not
but you're going to get rather pummeled. You are
Dangerous.
each going to be taking,
Some.
I'll say probably about 4 bashing on the way out. It's
Can I
quite-
convert that
get-
bashing into nothing with damage conversion?
No, it reduces lethal to
Well,
bash.
you
Is that
Soak-
for
soak
bashing through our
bashing.
soak?
Yeah, that's kind of after your soak and everything. It's not in one blow as well. It's in multiple. A bit
Okay,
one
that's
level
fine.
here, one level there. You're getting beaten as you make your way out. But
Scuffs
from
and bruises.
various sides. Lots of scuffs and bruises, but you'll heal.
We'll
You're
live.
Scions. You heal, bashing like
And then next
ridiculously
time
fast.
I'm gonna learn how to brawl.
Yeah, right. Okay. So we'll leave that there. I'm going to give you all, I'll say 3 experience.
Yay!
You can spend that on Vol.
I'm going to spend that on brawl. If that's
It
enough.
depends if you can.
I was going to say, is that enough?
Yes,
Spend on
you
brawl?
can spend that on Vol.
Oh,
Yes,
might
that's
have
enough
to buy
for,
some
that's enough for 0 to 1.
I'm just going to do it now.
Yeah, just write down the Vol rather than
Brawl.
the experience.
Yeah.
How much is it to buy a skill?
From 0 to 1 is 3.
I'm going to spend mine on larceny.
Larceny? Yeah. Okay. Anyway,
I already have both of those.
thought you might.
I have brawl.
Let's wrap that up, and thank you guys.
Thank you.
Yay!
Are we
Thank
going
you.
now? Oh, bye-bye.
And goodbye.